Hello. Wow. Okay. So nothing I was saying was being captured at all. Great. It's great. Let me check my other thing real quick. This good? Okay. Okay. So I have to say all this over again. So I did some farming this weekend. Got some torches. I'm going to show the whole process for Ubers, the way I like to do it. And I sound really nasal because obvious reasons, because COVID and everything. So bear with me here. So you're gonna get these keys here, and I'll explain all this, but I'll show you where you basically go, and I'll just put it on like power 1 because I don't have a call to arms on me right now. So my paladin. So you're gonna want to go to 3 places. You're gonna go to kill Nilithak, kill the summoner, and kill the countess. So let's kill Nilithak first. I like to go to Halls of Pain. Like I said, I don't have a call to arms on me, so I'm kind of neutered right now a little bit. Oh, I forgot to reset my maps. Okay, so let me go find him. There we go. All right, now he's gonna be in 4 cardinal directions basically. There's not really a way to tell other than this really long guide about reading eyeballs on walls or something. I don't quite understand it. Oh, I found him. All right. Let me see if I can get lucky and just one-shot him. There you go. So you kill him until he drops the key. He sucks. Feel a corpse explode. He sucks, he sucks, he sucks. So that's the first guy you kill. Nilithak. Right here. And like I said, he'll either be on the bottom right of the map or the left or the top or the bottom. Depends. This is random. I mean, it will be random the first time you go to that map. And then it'll stay, he'll always be in that spot, like, until you reset your map, so. Let's go, the next one is Arcane Sanctuary. Again, I forgot to reset my map, so Summoner was here last time. I don't know where he's at this time, obviously. He's obviously not here. Same principle. After you find him, he'll always be in that spot until you reset your map. So hopefully you find him a lot faster than I am right now. Oh, cool. And he drops the other key, and I don't remember who drops what key, but they're dropping 3 keys. I think he drops the key of. I'll look it up. I don't quite remember. Let me see real quick. Okay, yeah, so terror from Countess, hate from the summoner, destruction from Nilithak. So that guy dropped the key of hate. The first guy I killed could drop the key of destruction. And this hoe bag will drop the key of terror. And these keys are really, they don't drop often. So don't get too frustrated. It takes a while. If you can, put it on the highest player count you can possibly do and just go nuts. Alright, so she would drop the key of terror, but I did on players 1, nobody dropped anything, no surprise, okay. So that's how you get the keys, okay? Let me get to my character who's actually doing this shit. So and I'm all fucked up today. My voice is like gone because I was yelling yesterday, and nose is bad for some reason, and yeah, I picked this up, messing with my barbarian. I was trying to make a whirly barb and whirlwind barbarian, and this dropped off the first elite pack I was testing it on, so that helps me out. That'll be great. But so Countess, Summoner, Nilithak. I'll put these kind of out of order. And you're going to want 3 of each, so 9 keys total, because one set of Terror, Destruction, and Hate opens 1 portal, and then another 3 opens another portal, another 3 opens another portal. You're going to need 3 portals, and I'll show you why. So let's get started. This is literally just, this shows you why. And I've showed this before, but I wasn't talking, so. You're going to want you to put your portals away from each other so you don't overlap and ruin it. So I'm going to put, I like to put them like right here, I'll show you. Let's put one here. And this is Izul. Oh crap, I forgot I reset this. There we go. Alright. And I already know where he spawns in my game, but it's random. So you're just gonna have to sit there and walk around till you find him. And he can teleport, but he's not going to because I've done this a lot. So you're gonna. Oh, I didn't even talk about my gear or anything. So let's grab this organ here. Yeah, let me start this off right. So that's the first guy you're gonna kill. But let's talk about gear for a second. Oh boy.
Good afternoon.
I'm trying a different mic position right now too because I think this comes in a little louder. I don't want it to come in too loud, but I think it might be. Let me check because I know I can turn on a monitor here. Yeah, let me hear this. This sounds pretty good. Okay. All right. All right, I was just checking. Okay. So there's a bunch, you can run Ubers on pretty much like almost any build, pretty much. It's player skill and luck are involved, but the easiest way to do it is run a Smiter Paladin. I'm not going to go into the exact build because literally just Google max roll GG Smiter Paladin, but this is what I have. I got a Grief, and I was wondering why people use Griefs. And it's because of the flat damage. 390 plus damage directly applies your smite. So, Enigma just to get around. This for Crushing Blow. This just because it's a great shield, plus skills and all res and stats. Just, I would use an Exile, but I don't. I can't find a base like for the life of me. So. This is kind of a crappy amulet for Ubers, but it's a great amulet overall. So I'm just keeping it on. I have Maras I can put on it, but I don't really care. This is a perfect glove for Ubers because of the life tap, and you'll see why. But if I had an Exile shield, I wouldn't need it. So that's since I don't have an Exile shield, I'm using this. Raven Frost, for obvious reasons, cannot be frozen. String of Ears just for the reduced damage and lifesteal, I guess. But the reduced damage is great. Just another FCR ring. And Crushing Blow, Goblin Toes. You could use Gore Riders, but Goblin Toes have more Crushing Blow, so. And the other stuff on Gore Riders isn't really. I mean, it's just not that great for Ubers. And of course, I got my Torch I got for my Paladin and Nihilist and all this stuff. Some Skillers. And the rest is just res. And my build is literally just max Holy Shield, max Smite, max Fanaticism, and actually max Resist Lightning for the max Lightning Resist passive, just for Mephisto because he just does ridiculous lightning damage. And then leftover points in Zeal. I don't really need it though. Alright, so that's one portal. Let's open another. And as you can see on my skills, I have Smite here. It doesn't really matter how you do this, but technically you can only do this one way. Just your Smite on your left and then an Ore on the right. I will switch between Fanaticism and Salvation for Mephisto, simply because he has a Conviction Aura, which lowers your resist so much that I have like above full resist, and he will still lower it like crazy. He's an asshole, so. And I'll show all that. Oh, put this brain up. And these are the organs here. A horn, a brain, and eyes, what you're gonna get. Alright, so this is gonna be this one is kind of the hardest boss, but as long as you get your life tap going, You'll be all right. She's always up here in my game. So yeah, that's why a mercenary died, because that they just eat it on the spot. Okay, so that's my life tap. Those little circles above her head. So every time I hit her, I'm healing and just stealing health, and it's great. So that's the only reason I get to survive. Otherwise, Lilith just melt you with poison damage. I'm just gonna keep smiting. That's all you do. So that's called a smiter paladin. You just smite, smite, smite. And look at the damage. It's amazing single target damage, horrible AoE damage, just non-existent AoE damage. And the crushing blow procs, and that's why it's so great for Ubers, because you're basically doing percentage of their health damage per hit instead of just flat. So it like keeps up with their overtuned like health scale. All right. Last one is going to be Duriel. These are drop Bale's Eye. It's like Uber Duriel. And these are my last set of keys. And I like to put this one right over here. And you don't have to put them this far apart. I saw somebody do it once like years ago, and that's just how I do it. And again, I know where Duriel is. He's going to be on my left a little bit. I'm just going to teleport over to him. There he is. Fortunately, my mercenary is probably going to bite it. But you don't worry about your mercenary. He's just there for moral support, unless you have him like super kitted out. I do not. Mine just has treachery, insight on. Talrash is his garbage gear, basically. It's like beginner hell gear. Nothing special. Treachery did proc though, or the fade procced on his treachery, so he's transparent and loving it. Oh, my nose is just really bad. That's why I keep extra potions with me, by the way. Just full rejuice. Just always have full rejuice. If you die on an Ubers, you either have to get your corpse back or save and quit, and then you lose your keys, basically. All these portals are gone. As soon as you leave the game, these portals are gone. So if you die in Ubers and you don't get your body, you've lost hours of farming for keys. It is the worst thing ever. So, all right. So I got some organs, and then you're just going to put your organs in a cube. It's just 3, like I said. That's why I made the 3 portals. We're going to open one more portal, and I like to put it right here. Although you don't have to.
Afternoon.
And like I said, this is... oh, God. This is not how this is supposed to go. This is bad right off the bat. How did he come out already? A bad example. All right, let's see if I can whittle these guys down a little bit. And you know what? Screw it. So what I like to do is I come over here. See how I went all the way around the map? Trying to go around like this, because the Uber bosses are right here in the middle of the town. You do not want to engage more than one at once if you can help it. So I like to just kind of creep up. See how he's pissed? Creep up and then drag him out. This. There we go. Now I just got Diablo to deal with. Gotta wait for life tap to proc. And it's proc. When you see those X's that are missing, it's the life tap proc. So it's another way to tell. So there's Diablo. And like I said, Smite's just awesome. Usually I get Mephisto first, which is weird. Oh, why is there still guys spawning? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So Mephisto, it has a conviction aura, so I want to switch auras. You see I have the other aura on, and I just want my resist higher. Because look at my resist. They're still not maxed with all my resists I had, because Mephisto just brings your resist down that much. Sorry, I'm doing it kind of fast because I don't want to die. So, all right. So you don't have to clear these ads, but I always do because it's fun and because they're assholes. All right. So that was the 2 toughest ones, arguably. Let's go do Bale. Diablo's tough because he spawns those fire guys just non-stop till he dies, basically. Mephisto's tough because he lowers your resist. Bale is kind of a joke, to be honest. So that's it. And that's the whole process. Now, I didn't go over the nuances of the build or super strategies. That's just like a general walkthrough of how to do Ubers and how I do it and how I'm just getting better at it. It's very easy. All right. Unfortunately, you cannot pick up another torch with a torch on you, so you have to take your torch off. I preferably like to do the Ubers first and then come back to town. And you can't use town portals in Ubers either, so I learned that the hard way. And then come back and get the standards you don't need right now. Maybe in the future do something with them, but like I said, you cannot pick up 2 torches. So if you have a torch on you, go back to town, put it in your stash. Don't put it in your personal stash. Put it in the shared stash, and then go get your torch. And then you can pick up standard if you want, but you don't need to right now. I have a feeling at some point in the future they'll do something with it, but right now, no. Let's see what I got. And then there's another absolutely unremarkable Amazon torch. I already have one, so this is literally just... Actually, I'll keep it and see if it's better than hers, but that's it. That's Uber's. It gets easier when you start off. Some recommendations would be to just, you're going to want that crushing blow and you're going to want your resistances up. You see how my resistances are perfect right now? And they go over 175, except for cold is just 175. But my fire is way over, my lightning's way over. I can go even higher. Well, not higher, but I could get more out of it with the, well, yeah, this is higher with Thunder Gods. T-Gods, as they call it. And then it goes up to 95. And then Mephisto's just really sucking. But I really like the damage reduction of this, so it doesn't really matter. But it's like, and then you can use black instead of grief for crushing blow. You don't have to use exile as I'm showing right here because I'm using a herald and Zacharum. You can use, I was literally using a storm shield the last, like, the entire time. That was the first time I've done it with a herald. Herald made it easier, but you can use any shield you want. Just try to get resistance, and if you can, sometimes it can have damage on it, or you just want that resistance. So there's resistance. You don't have to have an enigma, but it sure helps. And no, I'm not going to say this is budget. It's like, unlike some streamers, it's hard to get, so I understand. Crushing blow is great. I don't really know of any other helmets with crushing blow on it, but yeah, you can use Gore Riders. You don't have to use Goblin Toes. This one just has 25% crushing blow. This only has 15. So you're basically going to want to stack crushing blow because it's percentage of their health damage. And I only have 60 because you can go way higher than 60, but as you can see, it was more than enough. And Amara's would be better, like I said, and Stones of Jordan or whatever would be better, but definitely want a Raven Frost at least. But that's it. That's the whole process. And a Call to Arms just helps buff my health because it was 1200 without it, and then like 1800 with it. And I should have a Spirit here to make the Call to Arms even better, but I forgot. Forgot to make one. And I need to. Next time I get a Monarch, I'll try to remember because I just sold a Monarch as a jackass. But I was running it with a Storm Shield. Storm Shield's great because it's indestructible. It has a ton of cold res and nice faster block rate. It's just a great shield in general. And then damage reduction reduced by 35% is awesome for Ubers. That's over a third. So that's not a bad shield. Not easy to get, I understand too, because I just got lucky. But just my point is just use whatever shield you can. Just stack those resists on it. Like I could have used this if I wanted, although this has like no damage reduction or resistances. But you're gonna want a weapon like Crushing Blow or obviously Grief is the best, probably the best, but there's other stuff you can use. I was gonna use this. Just use whatever, do whatever you can. You can. It's not that hard after you get used to it. I would actually recommend. I hate to say it, but I would recommend cheating and just duping some stuff just so you can practice it, because otherwise you'd have to farm for hours upon hours upon hours to get the keys, and then you would die instantly because you don't know what you're doing, and it would just be a waste of time. So yeah, that's the whole process. Let me check my stream real quick. Oh, what's up, dude? I was like just checking the stream and you popped up. Oh, you just missed me do Ubers, man. It's like you just missed it. Just missed it. I could do it again, but I just don't really need to, but I could. If you want, I'll do it again, because I have one more organ set. But I got a little crappy torch here. Let me go see how this torch compares to my Amazon one, and then I'll move on to the next thing. Oh, I forgot to take my shit off here. Yeah, I got some other stuff to play, but I want to play some. I didn't stream all weekend, so I want to stream, play some Diablo, get some farming done. Smite of Glory, yes sir. So let's put this Call to Arms up. And Call to Arms is another thing that's like hard to make at first. I still, how many of these can I make? I can make like maybe 2 more, yeah, but they're not easy to make, and then you can get really low rolls. Like mine actually rolled fairly average, if not kind of shitty, but like the 5 to battle orders is great, but my battle command's kind of low, I think. But this is great simply because it raises your HP and your skills, so. And I keep that in my offhand, just hit W or whatever your weapon switch key is and buff yourself real quick and then go back to your main stuff. So let me put on my backup gear. And let me give my people their stuff back here real quick. So I don't have enough. I'm like a real person and not like a robot. So I don't have like a billion things of gear where I can just, each one has like a perfect loadout. So I gotta share. Like I only have one Enigma. I'm not about to make another Enigma just for my Uber's guy. I'll just share it. It's easier. I could right now because I farmed the shit out of some runes, but I'm not. They're too rare to make something I already have. All right, one more. Let's go check my Amazon real quick. I need to level my Amazon and Assassin, but I just really don't feel like it. This is like, just to be honest, I just don't feel like it. All right, she has a 2011. This is a 1413. So I would lose 6 attributes and I would only gain 2 res. I probably actually want that res, to be honest. So I'm gonna toss it. And it's actually, that's too, I'm going to sell this because it's too, I'm not going to disrespect the torch by just throwing it on the ground. I'm going to at least sell it. At least the money I make from it lives on in my stash. Like, I like the attributes better, obviously, but I'm going to need every point of resistance I can get on this character, so. And I've showed before, I got, my Sorceress has my Griffins on, but I got a Am the Infinity, but I got a full loadout for Javazon. I got the Titans, a Razor Tail, a Monarch, the Insight for the Merc and the Infinity, and yeah, bro, I got everything for her. I got a Goblin Toes, I got a Thunderstroke and the Titans, like I said. I got gloves with javelins, attack speed. I got 100 poison damage, small charm, 150 poison damage, small charm, 100 poison damage, 100 poison damage, 100 poison damage, 50 poison damage. Like, it's 50 poison damage, 100 poison damage, 100 poison damage. So, like, if I throw one javelin, like, these enemies are going to be poisoned out of their dick holes. Like, it's going to be crazy. So, yeah, I'm going to level her up at some point. But let's show off. So, because I got a torch finally for my Lightning Sorceress, let's show the difference in power here. So right now it's you take my torch off, I'm doing 5 to 19k, 5 to 8,000 chain lightning, right? If I put my torch on, suddenly it becomes 5 to 24k. So my lightning gets literally 5,000 extra damage from a torch. So that's enough to bring me up to player 7. So that's just maxed out basically. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I've been doing. That's what I did this weekend. And I've been bouncing around a little bit. That's how I found that Herald of Zacharon, because I was switching between my look at that one shot. Switching between my on player 7, just one shot. I was switching between my necro and barbarian and paladin. I was switching between everybody, and I found that drop, which is great. Forgot to buff myself here. I mean, even with a full loadout with a torch and everything, you'll still run into those lightning immunes that are just, there's nothing you can do about it. So just the nature of the game. It's just everybody else's fuck though. I mean, yeah, that's what the people won't tell you. The streamers and D2JSP tryhards, the Infinity is not gonna like break the game for you. It's just, it helps a lot, but it's not gonna make every single enemy not immune to lightning. Like, it's not how it works. It's not like the perfect ultimate weapon that like makes the whole game trivialized. It's just really good, but like if you suck before you use Infinity, you're probably still gonna suck with Infinity. It's like you'll just do some more damage while you're sucking. But if you can even make one, like you're probably not anywhere near the realm of sucking anyway, because the runes required are ridiculous. Now, this brings up an interesting problem when you bring it up to player 7, in that you're going to spend more time healing and playing defensively, so is it even worth it? And then you can't even see the stuff on the ground because there's so much shit. So, honestly, I would rather play at players 5. There's less clutter. Actually, I'd rather play at players 3. And there's less clutter, and you don't have to heal as much, and it's just, and it's even faster. So look at my mercenary just tanking it, tanking those hits. But that's just my personal opinion. Like, you can play on whatever difficulty you want. Oh god, it's just not everything has to be completely min-maxed at all times to like the utmost like sweatiness, you know. You know what? This is too hot for. This is too hot. Could you stop? That's too hot even for like. Usually that's not bad, but that's horrible. That's horrible spawns. And that's another pro tip. Don't be afraid to just fucking leave. Like, holy shit. Garbage. The game needs a loot filter. It really does, bro. Like, and I hate to say it because it makes me sound like I'm some fucking tryhard or something. Like, there's too much loot on the ground. But it's like, honestly, just go to players 5. Just go to players 5. And even players 3. Shit, even players 1. Go do cows. You'll run out of room on the ground. It pisses me off. I mean, this is just a symptom of the bigger problem with just the game having terrible drops, but players becoming accustomed to it because they like limiting themselves and wasting their real lifetime farming video game items, including myself. But like, if you're gonna sit here and have a farming simulator, like why can't we see what's on the ground? Like, like why are the potions so big? It just looks stupid, you know. So hopefully they fix that shit. Are you serious? It's like as soon as I start, I get super poisoned. Look at that. This is why you go to, when you get poisoned, like, just go to town. Like, look at that. If I was out in the field, I would have died like instantly. So no thanks. I need some keys and some portals. Alright, back to killing people. They're probably, honestly, I think they're going to add a loot filter or something. They'll either add a loot filter or stackable stuff, if we're lucky, both. But I really think they'll add a loot filter, or at least, at the minimum, they'll do something about this potion spam. Because look how huge a potion is. It's 3 words, and it's like full font. It's just stupid how big it is. Just make it smaller at least. That's all I'm saying. Just make it so that when I see a pile of items, the potions aren't like the big thing. Because as you can see, the player base is absolutely fallen for the Skinner trap. Like, we are absolutely wasting our lives just farming for stupid items in a video game. So the developers have us like meth heads just hooked. So cut us a break and just make stuff easier to see. We're already wasting our time playing for unhealthy amounts of time here. Help us out. Uh-oh. Y'all gotta chill with these poisons. So as you can see, I'm just, anybody watching, I'm just melting everybody, right? Player 7. It took me, if you watch my earlier streams, if it's like, I have them on obviously on my channel, I could barely do like players 1 with this sorceress, and then now I'm just easy melting. I wouldn't even touch chaos, and it's all because you just keep farming. Garbage. Keep on farming. Honestly, though, I would put up with this loot filter, though, or not having a loot filter. If I had to choose, I would rather have stackable runes and gems. Like, it's that's... I want more stash space. And Pluggy was... The reason why so many people played Pluggy was just that stash space was so good. It's so much stash space. Because you didn't even have so much. You had literally unlimited. So what's better than... Nothing is better than unlimited. This is just literally infinity. I think that's a Viper fork, but I could be mistaken. Oh lord. Lightning immune. Look how much damage my mercenary does on player 7. Crazy, right? Oh man. Grab that healing potion. I mean, obviously everybody's getting eviscerated, but it's still not quite as fast if I was playing on a lower player count, obviously. Like, let's be realistic here. But it is, as you can see, it's a complete cakewalk and people are getting melted, so it's just, I keep saying it because I'm in shock at how much progress this character's made. So, I mean, look at the name of my character, Servers Are Down. When do you think I made this character, Servers Are Down? I made it when the game launched and the servers were down all the time. It was a little passive-aggressive, sarcastic retort from me to Blizzard because the servers were always down. I was trying to play online with my friend Ryan, who's in the chat. So, like, this character I made when the game launched, and look how powerful she is now. Like, it's crazy. It's not the fastest character growth, but certainly impressive nonetheless. Ooh, F Thresher. Let me do something real quick. I'm trying to make an insight for my necro, Iron Golem insight, and if I made one out of an ethereal, that would be really cool. So let's go to my favorite website for runes, because look how lo-fi this website is. I love it. For rune recipes, I mean, cube recipes. Okay, so socketed weapon is a Ral on P Amethyst. Well, actually, it is ethereal, but it should still work. Let me get rid of this Grand Charm here. Garbage. What did I say? Ral on P Amethyst? Looks like I gotta dip in. See, if we had stackable runes, instead of 4 thols, it would just be 1 thol right here. And it would just be like, that would be it. Dude, don't mention my barb, bro, because I'll bust my barb out and you're gonna love my barb. I'm working on it a little bit. I have to change a couple things on him, but I made a barb all right, and I got a torch from this weekend too. Let's see, Ral. What did I say? P Amethyst. All right, 4 slots. That's all right. The thing I love about those recipes is just so low risk, you know? It's like, who cares? Just dropped a couple garbage runes. All right. Look at that, just one shot. Just one shot. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, I'll never get tired of it. I've gotten gore foots like 1,000 times. Gore feet. I've gotten gore feet like so many times. Oh, we got another lightning immune. Alright, so what I like to do is just sit here and telekinesis them in a corner. Just absolutely frack eye at a party, uncomfortably corner an unsuspecting sorority sister. Then yeah, that's how you do it with those guys. That was a joke, by the way, as in frat guys are creepy and aggressive. Some of them. It was a generalized joke. Alright, so I'm gonna switch to my barb though. I was gonna try a whirly barb, and then I made my frenzy barb is what I beat hell with on him. And I didn't really like him because he has like no AoE, but so I tried a whirly barb, but I just don't like it because whirlwind in this game is kind of weird. Like, it's not like in D3 where you just spin like continuously. Like, you only spin for like a second and then you stop. So it's kind of like you're literally just a pirouette barb. So I was like, I don't really like it. I mean, if I messed with it, I'm sure I'd like it more though. But the frenzy one is just, it's pretty sick. So I think I'll show that in a minute. Damn it! Another lightning beam. Gonna murk. There's another thing people don't really talk about to the newer players is if something's immune to you, like that's what your mercenary is for. Like that's all there is. That's all there is to it. Like immunities suck and they're really tough to deal with, especially as a new player. But you can deal with it. You got it. Like just grab your mercenary if you can. I mean, if you have a if you have a dual element type build or you have more than one type of damage, you're gonna obviously be doing less than a single type of damage build. But that's what really the trick with immunities is at first. But eventually, you're gonna want to settle into like a huge damage build, and then your mercenary just really helps. Or you know, just all else fails, you just fucking skip shit. But when it comes to areas like this, where unless I'm doing the seal pop trick, I can't skip, then yeah, it's a huge pain in the ass. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like it's like immunities in Nightmare are almost perfect. Like it just feels like well balanced and fun, and you're like, whoops, I gotta watch out a little bit. And then you get to Hell, and it's not like a fun mechanic. It's like it's just death. It is so hard breaking through those immunities on your first self-found characters. That's why I made a sorceress first, so I would just skip him. Skip him and then gear later. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Diablo's not very generous, unfortunately. Alright, I'm going to show you my barb here. It's not great, by the way, though. So this isn't like a brag. It is a Viper Fork. It's not a brag by any means. This barb sucks in the grand scheme of things. But considering this is my first barb ever, like he's not bad. Now he's set up for whirly barb right now. I'll show that first. Let me show you why I don't like whirly barb with this guy. First of all, let's bring it to players 1. I'm showing my gear. He's just got all Immortal Kings, but I cannot find the chest piece, so he just has a duress on for the crushing blow and all res. I didn't sock anything because I'm not committed to this build. But he's basically just got 4-piece Immortal Kings for all the perks. As you can see, they are substantial. And then like some life steal rings, Raven Frost. I really need to get him a Mars, but they don't rain. He has a decent torch too. Annihilus and lots of little max damage attack rating stuffs on them. Alright, so let's go show why this guy's not. He's not amazing, but he's not horrible either. So this is a whirly barb. Now, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I'm not in love with this damage. I don't like how you just kind of like whiz past everybody, and it's just I like the feel of the Diablo 3 one more. So it's definitely cool though. Like if I had better gear, he also doesn't have that great a gear to be honest. If I had better gear, I'd really be enjoying it. But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I can even do hell on this guy. So let me switch back to the other build I had because I think that was way better. Now this is going to be tricky here. So let's bring it up to like 189 strength. First of all, I'm gonna want some more crushing blow. I think I like everything else though. Okay. And I'm actually going to put on... Oh, I need some more dex, don't I? I like to have about 150 dex, which sucks, but it's how much you need to do 155 just to hit people. All right, so I have the bolt Kathos two set. Yeah, the frenzy barbs. So that's what I'm about to show. And look at this. All skills, attack rating, damage, fire, deadly strike, lifesteal per hit, attack speed, crushing blow. Like, it's just a great little set. Oh, I have way too much health. I must not have put enough into dexterity, but oh well. Alright, so Frenzy is basically right here. And I kind of remember how to do this. Let me see. You're going to want Frenzy and Berserk. Don't remember if I had Leap Attack, but I think I'll grab it anyway. I like Blades. I like 1 point. These are all 1 point wonders, like Necromancer. Your plus skills bring them up. See, now I got full res. Way over full res, actually. And then I like a point and find item, just in case. I don't really do Warcry or Grimoire, but I could. I just want my battle orders and battle command to be like tip top. So let's max our frenzy. I forgot what you maxed. Frenzy, double swing. You know, I'm actually gonna have to go to the let me look up the build again. Frenzy, double swing, blade mastery, battle orders, berserk. Okay. Frenzy, double swing, blade mastery. I don't even have enough for this. Battle orders and then berserk. Yeah, so I'm also not... I'm only level 80, so I still have, like, realistically at least 10 levels. So I like my battle orders, and then... Okay, and then I like to put Frenzy over here. And then Berserk over here. Berserk, it does magic damage. Yeah, right. That's exactly right, bro. Fine item for the double dipping looter McScooter. Yeah, and I'm about to do some stuff here. So Berserk does magic damage, so this is great for those physical immunes, and then Frenzy for everybody fucking else. Let's fucking get it. Alright, so my health got a little lower because my stats are a little different, but I got max res. Alright, Frenzy time. The thing I like about Frenzy is simply the speed. Like, look at this speed. It's like too frenzy, too furious. Love it. Damage is great too. Look at this damage. And I have different loadouts. Like, this is per hit, so that's pretty good damage. Not amazing, but like I could have grief. I have a grief on my paladin, but I don't want to share it. So, where's Griswold? And I'm still missing a lot because I think my dex needs to be higher. Oh, looks like it's all right. Yeah, right. It's only players 1 though, so I'm not gonna lie and say this is like overpowered or anything. Where the hell is Griswold? Oh, there he is. Look at this. Later, Griswold. Now, I'm not gonna try cows. I was just kind of showing cows with single enemy damage is garbage. So that's with these weapons, which I love. Let's try it with another set of weapons. So I like to have a lightsaber. I have lightsabers on another set. and then a Lawbringer. The lightsaber has the faster attack speed, I think. Yeah, but this one has Sanctuary Aura, so let's try this out. Why is the ground so glittery? A bug or something. See, my damage is still around the same. I lose some of those perks that I had with my other set, so this isn't quite... I think that actually might be better, the bulk Kathos, to be honest. That's what I haven't really tested, so that's what I'm doing right now. But I mean, the fact that this character is even on hell, like, that's kind of the point. Like, this is not bad at all. Super zoomy. It's like hard to even control this guy. You know what, Ryan? I think this does more than the Bulk Kathos is actually better. Let me double check. Yeah, but as a player's one hell base, that's legit. You can farm and build that guy up easily with a monster frenzy bar, right? I do love this Sanctuary Aura though. Like what is Sanctuary doing again? I think it's doing something, and I like it. So area effect Holy Bolt. Sanctuary passively damages all undead areas, all undead enemies around the character. Huh. So this is literally just like an undead killer, basically. All right, let me try the other one again. This is doing some. This is science right now. It's doing some testing for science, bro. I have way too many lightsabers. I had like 6 or something, or 5. Now I'm down to 2. Alright. Let's go back to the Bulk Kathos and try this out. I feel like the Bulk Kathos just flat out does more damage. Yeah, actually it does. That's why. It does like 1,000 more damage on the right hand, I think. That's why it feels like that. But I like the Lawbringer though. It's like and that's how the whole game works. It's like you got to choose between style and can't jump over these damn walls. Yeah, Bill. No, it's like you literally just experiment, figure shit out. It's like so hard to control this guy right now. This would be a lot of fun with a controller. Yeah, all right. That's Bulk Kathos wins. Bulk Kathos wins that challenge for sure. And I got lucky again. I've never had this little 2-hand set before. Just it has the all skills is also awesome too. The attack rating and it's awesome. Fire damage also helps a little bit for physical immunes. Not much, but it helps. Like you literally all you do is just hold right click and then it just deletes people. And it travels at like warp speed. And that little fire explosion is from my torch that I do randomly. Which is awesome too. Yeah, that fire explosion, that's because of the torch. The 5% chance to cast level 10 Firestorm on striking, that's torch. You know, I was gonna kill Andariel, but this is gonna take me a minute to get to her. But you know, I ain't got nothing else to do. Man, I cannot find this damn exit. So I came out here, so the exit should be top right, I believe. I think it's right of the spawn. Oh, no, I came right there. So right of the spawn would be right around here. So what the hell? Torch is legit. Nice additional to the build for sure. The torch is all but mandatory, and it's like, it's so hard to get a torch solo self-found. Like, if you're online, you could literally be like, could somebody just give me a garbage torch? And they'll probably be like, sure. It's like, I'm not kidding. It's right now anyway, not when there's like a ladder or something or the game just launched, but right now, since the game's like a year old almost, it's like, sure, if you just went online right now, bro, and just begged for a torch, you can probably just get one. I think I might have an extra torch too. Like, it's a joke, but by yourself, no. It's like it takes forever. Annihilus is really easy actually, compared to the torch. It's just the only way to get it is to use a Stone of Jordan. You have to sell a Stone of Jordan to vendors. So I found a Stone of Jordan. This is probably piss anybody off, but let me make my case here. I found a Stone of Jordan naturally, right? So personally, I think if you have a Stone of Jordan, or you get an Annihilus, and then what you're going to do is you're going to pass it between your characters, right? So every character is going to functionally have an Annihilus. It's just you're going to be wasting, 30 seconds of your life switching it. So what I did, I didn't dupe them. What I did was I went and duped some Stones of Jordan, which people do online anyway, and I just sold them to vendors, and then I manually killed Diablo over and over again with my Paladin until I had Annihiluses on every character. But I didn't keep the Stones of Jordan. That's what I did. So people can bitch and say I cheated or something that they want. But I got my first Annihilus legit. And then, like everybody online, I just basically duped Stones of Jordan. I was like, I'm not about to sit there. I've only had one Stone of Jordan drop the thousands of hours I've played Diablo my entire life. So I'm not about to sell it to a fucking vendor for one item that's really not that big a deal. It's like fucking... That's just my personal thing. I think it's dumb. It's a waste of time, and it's shit, and they need to change it. And they did. Before, you couldn't even really do Diablo clone single player unless you're on Pluggy. But it's like, it's still too shitty. It's like, instead it should be like, maybe the same thing as Uber's. You get some keys, and then you can do it or something. But Stone of Jordan is too rare an item. It's just garbage. And if it was a really great item, I would understand, but this +1 to skills and some res and attributes, that's not game changer at all. Plus the experience gained is just absolutely it's just nothing. Like, you need so much experience later on. It's garbage. So all right, I don't even know why I'm defending myself. Not only is nobody attacking me, but nobody cares. It's my single player game. I didn't do anything else. I didn't do any duping of items or anything. It was just I needed some Stones of Jordan to run an Annihilus after my first one, so that's it. I was like, all my farming is just normal farming though. Unfortunately, which is why trust me, if I duped, I would have way better gear than a fucking duress and this garbage on my fucking barbarian. I would have like straight kitted out dudes. Like, my characters are far from, like, perfect. And the same with the torches, like, or not the same with the torches. I sat there and just farmed keys like a little jackass took forever. Okay, so this guy is physical immune, so I'm going to switch to, yeah. So I switched to Berserk, and as you can see, he got blown the fuck away. Oh, I forgot I can find items. See if anything pops up here. Nothing? This game really was built to bring people together, but online. But the way that culture in general shifted, people don't have robust friend base anymore to tackle a game like this multiplayer. Yeah, and the rando crews you can join are really hit or miss. Yeah, exactly. And it's really not, like, there's nothing wrong with playing the single player. In fact, it's preferable for most people like me. But it's really so much, it really emphasizes how dated the design is when you play single player if you didn't originally play it when it came out. So like I said, getting an Annihilus is selling your Stone of Jordan. Like, holy shit, those are rare. It should be like selling 3 keys each or something, or selling a full key set of 9, or every time you finish Ubers you get... Actually, you know what it should be? I forgot to mention this. Every time you finish Ubers you get a Standard of Heroes, and it's useless. Your Standard of Heroes should be the pathway to nullify some stuff in this game. So after you do Ubers, let's see my damage here. Not bad, not great, but I mean, hey, I killed a Daryl, so you know it could be worse. Let me go to town real quick before I give my ideas. Did you not identify, bro? So that's my little frenzy barb. He's not bad. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, he's terrible. But considering this is my first barb and he's not like he's not bad. Could be worse. Some garbage items too. It's just cool that I can even play with him. Yeah, like that's what I said on a few streams ago. I was talking about how the experience is so much worse when we first started playing the game, how we didn't know how to do anything. So this is what should happen. Every time you beat Ubers, you get one of these pieces of crap, right? It looks tiny in the inventory, but it's like this giant flag. Then you might as well need a crystal ball to figure out how to get anything done in the game, or scour the most obscure online websites and post to figure out anything out to be able to scrape by. Yeah, and that's what I was saying on that video, that stream, is that people were like basically hoarding the secrets and tips for how to get better, and it was a miserable experience. So to alleviate some of that bullshit, like for instance selling one of the rarest items in the game, you should take these shitty standard heroes that don't do anything, and it should be like a standard hero plus like a book of town portal or something, and the cube summons Diablo clone. You know what I mean? Because to even do Ubers, you need those 3 sets of keys each, so you need 9 keys. So you have to farm those guys for hours. So it's all like a time sink. It's wasting your real life time. Put us to work productively. Like if we're gonna sit here and grind the game, help us out. So I think that would really be a great idea. Instead of stones that Jordan sold, I think that's one of the worst things ever in this game. That's horrible. And then the pièce de résistance is that Annihilus is pretty garbage compared to how hard it is to find a Stone of Jordan. You could argue, well, you could just farm Nightmare and Dariel. I'm like, you can farm Nightmare and Dariel for hours and not get a Stone of Jordan, so don't give me that shit. This is not good enough for selling a Stone of Jordan. And I don't think they should buff it. I just think that it should be easier to summon Diablo clone. That's my opinion. Ubers are fine. I really wish you could take those standard heroes and do something with them. Like I wish you could either use 3 to re-roll a torch or something, or you can use them to generate keys, like 3 of them equals a key or something. I don't know, just something to alleviate the mind-numbing repetition of farming keys, because it's fucking stupid. It's a waste of time. Like doing that every single time you want a torch is dumb. And you could argue like, well, that's the only end game. I'm like, so because something sucks, like because we're used to it, we have to accept that something sucks. Like you can do better than that. It's a garbage way to waste players' time, is just farm keys. So that's what I think they should do with standard heroes anyway. But like I said, I'm not trying to say make the game easier. I'm just saying take the tools or the items we already have and let them have a use that gives us some slight quality of life improvements. Like, call me a fucking sinner, you know? Right, and yeah, I switched to my necro. So my necro, he's got his torch now too, like I said, because I ran Ubers all weekend. So he's still on 5, but it's a nicer, more even experience. I like him on 5. I don't want my necro on 7 anyway, because summons are never gonna really hit that hard, no matter how geared you are, until you're at like the very apex of gear. Like another like 5,000 hours of gameplay was what it would take for me. So until I'm basically, this is what I would need. I would need a beast rune word on my mercenary or on myself or whatever. A pride rune word on my mercenary. A beast rune word on myself. And then like an iron golem with insight or something, or I don't know. And then I could probably do player 7. But I can barely make a beast, and I cannot make a pride. I've not seen a single cham like ever. I've never found a cham rune. So but yeah, like those last streams, I don't remember which stream it was. I was talking about how hard it was for us back in the day. It was unimaginable. Like we were just trying to find out. Like for instance, we were like, hey, how do you deal with immunities? And Now, if you ask anybody, they'll say skip them, right? God almighty, what is going on? Get out of here with this damage. Now, if you ask anybody, they'll say skip them or get a dual element build. When we asked back in the day, they would kind of say get a dual element build, but they wouldn't elaborate, and it was a shitty build. For instance, me and you said, how the hell do we get past this? We're in hell, and we can't even get past Act 1. Instead of saying teleport past everything, you fucking donut, everybody would say make a meteor. So we would sit there, streamer's luck, chamber's about to drop, lower corrupt. Yeah, right, bro. I am not. You have to be a good streamer for that to happen. I haven't even checked. You know what? Hold on, because this necro is kind of annoying me right now. Anyway, I think I reset my map, so let me see how my lower cross looks right now. I think it looks pretty garbage. I think it's gonna look garbage. Whoops. Oh boy. So right off the bat, I don't like it because I should have found the bonfire by now. So it's too far from the waypoint. Here's the bonfire. So here's one, and that's probably it. I was like, I don't think there's going to be another because there's a water. Yeah. Whoops. 2022 LK Glory Run champ. You know, that's funny, but you actually cannot get a champ from lower cross runs, which is hilarious. I can get it from one of these mobs, but the chest won't drop it. They only drop up to a bear at maximum, I believe. Like, it's kind of garbage. Considering how rare runes are, it is garbage, but I'm not saying they should raise the drop rates. Just, yeah, there's only one bonfire, so this is a garbage map. Why am I... Oh, I had the damn sword on. I was like, why am I teleporting so slow? I can just feel the frames are off. Yeah, so I got one bonfire this map. So this map is an auto L. Like, just garbage map. You don't want to do lower cross with one bonfire. You can, but you're going to be wasting your time in the long run. So if you do 1,000 runs, that's 1,000... that's basically, was that 3 super chests? That's 3,000 super chests you missed. So like, it's bad. Or, you know, three super chests per run, and you do 1,000 runs, and there's another bonfire. That's another 3 super chests. So that should be about 3,000 super chests you missed. So obviously you're gonna want to do 2 bonfires. But I didn't get anything, so fucking A. Dev screwed everyone, bro. Like, this game, just like, if that's why people, I think this is why people jizz their pants about trading so much, because if you just play this game legit, like solo self-found, it takes you so long to find shit that it makes you just, it just pisses you off. So like, that's why people are so obsessed with trading. And they like talk about the economy like it's actual real thing, like it's the fucking stock market or something, like fucking nerd style, because that's the only way to get gear is like that you actually want is to trade, because the drop rates are so wildly RNG, you know, so low in RNG. So it's tough. That's why it took me months to get all this shit I have right now, because if I played Diablo 3, I could gear up in a couple of days. But in here, it takes a couple of months. It's like, it takes a while. All right, let's do this again. But like, I actually did want to farm on this guy. Am I on 7? I'm feeling a little sluggish. Oh, I'm on 5. Okay. And honestly, you know, I probably should just farm on players 3 on all my characters and just like super breeze through everything. And I should try it, but I think I did try it, and I really didn't notice a difference between playing on anything above 3 and 3. So never mind, just answer my own question. It's like I forgot I already tried it. already have that as well. And since I have a torch now, I can hold like a shit ton of revives. So you got 19. Yeah, I guess I'll do chaos second. Don't really want to do chaos, but I really should. And I really still want to arm a King Lyric, but it's just not dropping. I hate using a Hodo on this character. Like, it just doesn't feel right. And I don't mean, Hodo's amazing, by the way, so I'm not trying to sound like a little spoiled brat. I just mean, like, look-wise. I'm like holding a flail. It just looks stupid. Chaos run for the champ? Dude, don't say that, because I have not gotten a high rune in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Like maybe a month, actually. It's been a while. Whoa. Pretty sure I still have that though. Nell Striker and Sure Shrill Frost. Let's see. There's a Sure Shrill Frost. Oh, Grail time, baby. Grail. Oh, wait. I think that was 99. Yep, that broke 100. I am now at only 99 items remaining. Hello. 99 items remaining. What else did I get today? I got a 1413 Amazon torch. I think it was. Whoops. I don't think I got anything else good on camera, so I'll just leave it at that. Well, you did have to camp on D2R to get the higher ends it drops. The normal D2 play and drop rate, that sounds... Yeah, exactly. Like, the only way to really get high runes is to lower Karas. You just don't run into them naturally. Like, they're stupid. Like, the drop rate on runes alone is just a joke. And then the drop rate on high runes is like a joke of a joke. So it's... You never see him naturally. Unless you're at Mr. Llama and he sees them all the time for some reason. It's like I would play the game as much as he did too if the game was showering me with high runes as much as it does him. 99 probs and 100 ain't one. That's right, bro. Down to 99. That was it. Oh, I forgot I'm on a necro, so I really need to just cut down on my town visits. Because all my revives are dead. Alright, y'all need to die. Bro, like, come on. Fourth explosion. Nothing. What are y'all doing? Like, the AI right now is like, they're not with it. Wake up, guys. Attack people. There you go. Spread out. Move around. It's like, there you go. Welcome back. All right, screw all y'all. Ooh, look at all of these mobs. Oh, yeah. Get to work. Get to work. Stop following me, please. Alright, let's get some revives going. Okay, what's going on with my mercenary? He was getting tore up. Like, I think he has garbage gear on too. He's got he's got a good base. He's got an ethereal cryptic axe for insight, but he's just got a treachery and towels again. Like, only my sorceress has a good mercenary. because he has a Fortitude and a Duriel's Visage. Everybody else, because I just cannot find these items. It's like it's what we were saying. Like, I'm playing this game all the time, and I've only found one in Dariel's Visage. I've only found one low rune. I've only found, you know what I mean? It's like, or actually two, because I made a grief. But it's just such low drops, really hard. So if you're not trading, like, like that's the reality. That's why I kind of miss playing online. Is like I needed a homunculus, so I literally looked at all my runes of what I had, made a trade post, got one within like 15 minutes. Like technically within like 5 minutes, that was it. It's mesh boots. Oh, I knew this was going to be ethereal. It's funny. We gotta identify here because I want to see what these are. I forgot what it is. I think these are garbage, by the way, but I don't remember what it is. Here we go. Silkweave. So I got an Eth Silkweave, which I'm pretty sure I've already gotten Eth Silkweaves, but oh, guess not. This is an Eth grill. This is different. This I don't really care about that grill. Just doing it like on the side. That one I'll never finish, like ever. It will take like millennia to finish an Eth grill. Unless you do that cheesy barbarian garbage, and even then it would still take forever. Oh, nice. These uniques in here. Why is my necro with 100 less magic find than my sorceress getting better stuff? This is why I switch around characters, because sometimes you gotta like shake up the RNG a little bit. Otherwise, yeah, I would just sit there and play my sorceress like all the time. It's like all I would play. But yeah, I'm trying a different mic position right now. So hopefully this looks and sounds good or better. And like I said before, I really want my necro. My necro is my main character per se. My sorceress, obviously, I play the most. I do the most farming on, but that's not because I like her the most. It's just because it's easiest to do farming on a sorceress. Because higher MF, because of her gear, and she's a little more powerful. Like blah blah blah. Good, really, dude. Can I get any revives out of that? I think it's about to be Skelly Mage time. I want some for Diablo. Start getting some mages. Make me some mages. Guys, like my god, it's so slow right now. Thank you. Alright, there we go. I think I can only make 8 mages, right? Yeah. Yeah, so I'm up to 14 skellies, 8 mages, and 19 revives. So, and that's because I only have 1 point in each of these, so it's 9, it's 18 plus skills to that right there, so it's pretty awesome. Alright, about to get flanked. Start exploding, guys. Alright. Now, unfortunately, I don't like to do bosses on my necro because it just takes a while. Necro is just not great for bosses on like 2 different builds. I will pop Decrepify on him, and he has a clay golem, so he's literally moving in slow motion. You just see him. he's just moving super slow. Really? But unfortunately, his health is also not going down that fast. But I mean, it's player's 5, so it's understandable. Can't see my summons. There we go. He keeps pop. Shit. This is trying to avoid. You're such an asshole, Diablo. He just spams that fire move until my mercenary is dead because he's such a fucking bitch. And then watch, he's gonna drop like 2 rares and a blue if I'm lucky. Drop me your garbage. Yeah, wow. A normal set item. Like, you're such a fucking asshole. I don't even know why I bother with him. And you killed my fucking mercenary. Such a bitch. Alright, so let me get the sour taste out of my mouth and go my favorite farming spot. Such a bitch. It's like all these bosses, honestly, like the only good boss that I like to farm now, which is hilarious because I used to hate farming, it was Mephisto. And I used to hate farming Mephisto because he dropped such bad gear, but he's been so generous to me after I hit endgame, really. But getting to endgame, he's a stingy bastard. Alright, I need some revives, and y'all, there's just not enough mobs here. This is why I don't really like skeleton mages, because they'll shatter enemies and then I won't be able to get a corpse off of them. Really, dude? Stop targeting me. It's like a whole fucking army right there. Fuck's sake. Look at this. Like, y'all are not smart enough to know that I'm the one, like, conducting the army, alright? Like, stop. Fucking stop. Alright, y'all are just pissing me off, so let me go somewhere else. Right here is usually a bunch of mobs. This is the only complaint I have about the necro, is I always seem to be cursed all the time. Like, I don't understand why I'm always cursed when I play necro. It's like they have like a reflect curse spell on them or something, and they, whenever I do amplified damage, they do it to me. Other than that, I love necro. I don't even mind that he takes forever on bosses. That's fine. He does regular mob clearing really well. Yeah, I mean, like, look at that room clear. No more bodies? Pretty sure I have this. What do I got in here? But I'm gonna double check.
Greetings. Greetings.
Storm Chaser, that's pretty cool, but not it. Let me double check I don't have that. I'm pretty sure I have it, but yeah, it's exceptional. Okay, I was like, where is it? It's exceptional shield. Oh, because it's a scutum, whatever. I forgot what that's called, but it's like reasonably sure I have it. Just I always, if I'm not sure I have something, I'll just grab it because it's like, what else do I have to lose? It's not like I'm picking up a lot of loot anyway. Yeah, it's like rare for me to even actually get to 19 revives because it like takes so long to get that many revives that they're usually dead before I get it maxed. That's sparking mail, I believe. Some of these normal drops, like, don't drop me normal gear, drop me exceptional or unique, or exceptional or elite. Alright, what's taking you guys so long? There we go. I was actually going to use these racks to farm Taurash's chest piece till I got it, because I think a lacquer plate was dropping from this one, and if I kept running up to it, I would eventually get a set lacquered plate, but I really didn't. I was like, I don't want to farm like that. It's take a really long time. Poison bitches. Please don't poison me. Telly stomp. Yeah, as a necro, when you can teleport, if you literally teleport on top of the enemy, all of your summons will like hit him at the same time. So, like right here, like that. Yeah, they just die. They literally evaporate. Man, I'm cursed again. See what? That's what I'm saying. It's like crazy how much you get cursed as a necro, or I do anyway. Why? What are you guys firing at? Look, we should be clear, you guys. What's this? Did I just get cursed again? It's like, did you guys not hear me say I get cursed too much, or did you totally hear me say it and you're just being little jerks about it? Alright, that's my favorite spot to farm, honestly, just because it's new, but I've don't have very much luck there, other than normal items. You know what, I'm actually going to gamble, because I got a little too much money. Oh wait, let me get rid of this crap first. Ice blink, okay. Yeah, definitely got that. So when I gamble, I always switch to an edge runeward bow if I can, because of the reduces all vendor prices 15%. So just a little extra cash. And again, for the billionth time, I'm trying to get some marrow walks. Like, let me show. I think I've shown them, but this is all I'm trying to do. Really, I love this website, but honestly, there's so many fucking ads on it, and it's like, well, we have to pay for it. I'm like, okay, but these ads are garbage. So, but awesome website otherwise. Marrow walks. This is what I'm trying to get, and it's because they have 1 to 2 skeleton master. It's literally all it is, and for the aesthetic, because it's like literally a necro, basically necro boots. So, and it's not really that big a deal. Like, it's not going to make me super powerful or anything. It's just to finish my build or polish it off a little bit more. Because if I had 1 to 2 skeleton mastery, hopefully 2, it would give my skeletons more life damage, stuff like that, and my summon, just basically all my summons, my skeletons. Revives and my skeleton mages, so it would help. Wouldn't hurt. It's like a pain to even get. Oh, I just passed it, son of a bitch. It's a pain to even get chain boots here in the first place. There we go. Alright, so yeah, I just want some marrow walks. I've been gambling for this on stream for about. Off stream and on stream for about 2 months, I'd say. And I actually got an item I was looking for by gambling, so it's possible. It's just it's just not a great chance, but it's better than nothing. And there's literally nothing else to spend your gold on after a certain point, so you just literally have nothing to spend your gold on. All right. So like usual, I didn't get it. So let's go do pits. Oh shit. Did not mean to do that. I forgot I'm not on my sorceress, so I just nuked my summon. Let's start off with another skelly, then let's get my mages back up. And then we'll get socket of light plate. Get revives. And I just use any monster for revives. I really don't care. Like, I don't care if it's fucking just anybody, just any monster at all. Just to get started. After I get started, then I'll try to kind of target certain monsters, but it really doesn't matter. The AI on them is so piss poor, it kind of doesn't even matter. And what I mean by AI is like they just run off and they're just not really helping, and honestly they don't really do that much damage in the first place. So the summons are mostly there for that like accumulated like group damage of when I telestomp, they'll all hit the same time. Oh sweet, I got a subscriber. Imagine that. People actually subscribe. You know, I don't go around asking people to subscribe, and I wonder if I should. but I'm not like that guy, so I don't really. I don't want to ask people like you do whatever you want. I probably should though, but I don't. So I appreciate that, Casey Smith. Thanks for subscribing. Somebody was actually doing it. I love doing the pits on Necro because of this next room, which doesn't even have that great of drops because it's just garbage mobs. But I like teleporting in the middle of this room, cursing everyone, and then just mashing the A button, and then just and then that just everybody's dead. I love it. Everybody's dead. Dole rune. That's literally like one of the highest runes I've had drop in like fucking days. I think the highest rune I've gotten in the last 3 weeks was a Lem, which is like, it's not the worst rune, but it's certainly not a high rune. It's like a high-low rune, or like a mid rune. It's pretty, or maybe it's like a mid. It's literally the definition of like a mid rune, I guess. Oh wow, another person subscribed. What's going on? Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Let me see, Mason Peters, or is it Pieters? I appreciate it. Thank you. Wow. You know, what's funny is after I actually would in some wild multiverse, if I actually had enough people subscribe, then I would be able to get money, and then that would be incredible. But that's like multiversal stuff, man. Like, that's not real life. Like, if you're ever watching somebody streaming and they're actually making money off of it, they're in like fantasy land. It's like that's not real life. That doesn't happen. All right, and you know, I should be skipping all these guys and going straight for the elites, but I have too much fun just killing people. And you know what? I'm only down to 99 items left on the Grail, so obviously I'm not doing like the worst thing you can possibly do, right? It's like I'm doing something right. I mean, I have like a couple of like really nice characters, so I'm doing something right. Is it the most efficient? No. Is it a lot of fun? Yes. It is fun. Myrmidon Greaves. These have been haunting me since I first got to hell. I see these drop so many times, and they just refuse to be unique. And I don't even need them. So it's just one of those things where the game's just being a little spoiled brat, and it just won't drop them. One day I'll get him. I remember I was watching, I don't remember if it was D. Brunsky or Mr. Llama, but he was showing like a tutorial on how to like, I think it was an Ancient Tunnels tutorial. I don't remember, but it was like some video, and he was like, okay, this is how you do this. And he's like, so you're going to walk over here. He literally like hit a mob, and then it dropped Shadow Dancers. I was like, are you, I was like, what? I'm like, that's that streamer luck right there. It's crazy. Alright, and then now I will do cows because I love doing cows on a necro as well. I do all the stuff I don't like doing on my sorceress on my necro because it's the corpse explosion and the survivability makes kind of annoying stuff like a lot. Like, it's more safe and the same speed, if not quicker. Okay, here's my favorite spot to kill a bunch of mobs is right here. Which is terrible drops, but I just love how dense it is right here. Look at this. Look at the death. Just tap A. Just tap and corpse explosion. Love it. Absolutely love it. Telly stomping. And I mean, like I said before as well, you're not going to get like, I'm not going to get Tyrael's Might from doing that just or anything, but you sure as hell could get a high rune. So it's not like the worst thing you can do. People are like, well, don't waste time on camps. I'm like, I mean, it's not the most efficient gameplay, but it's not like you couldn't get something good. That's how I got that Herald of Zakarum. I was dicking around on a barbarian. I killed a mob in Cold Plains. It dropped. So you don't know what's going on. Don't let people tell you how to live your life. Take a small chunk. What is this? Get out of here. Where is Mr. Blueberry? There he is. For probably the trillionth stream, I want to mention once again. I should have every stream. This is like a tradition. That son of a bitch dropped me a Shaco once, and he has not dropped it ever since. And I feel compelled to mention that every single stream. So, yeah. Like, drop more Shacos, bro. I think I have an extra sitting on my stash for one of my other characters, but I got 2 characters left to make and 1 Shaco, so I would definitely like another one. Let's Telly Stomp Griswold here. Oh yeah, I forgot. Necro's not great with the kill speed on bosses. Griswold's not a boss, but he has a lot of health. Or he has what's it called? Stone Skin. There we go. He can actually drop, I've mentioned this before too, he can drop some stuff too, but personally, I've not had him drop anything higher than like a rare or anything good. Then like he usually drops at best like a normal unique or something. But I've heard he can drop some stuff. Which you'd be surprised if you looked it up on like Silo's pen. Like you'd be either disappointed, depressed, or surprised, or all 3 if you learn that a lot of stuff you want can drop from a lot more places than you think. It just doesn't. Because it's like I keep looking stuff up, and it's like, oh wow, this drops here, this drops here, this drops here. It can drop. It doesn't mean it will, but it certainly can. Could you guys stop like hitting random people, please? And what do you know? Cursed again.
Good day.
The curse of the curse. Oh, whoa. Got way too much junk on me. What is this? All res in life, please. That's never going to happen. I think I have a couple of all res small charms, but like that's it. I think I have like 2 or 3, not even on this character. And that is literally it. Like, just, they're extremely rare. Bye, guys. Uh-oh. What I like to do is kind of get everybody together. Because you want those juicy corpse explosions. Like this. Juicy corpse explosions. And then this is where the loot filter comes into play again. Because, look at that. I can't, you literally can't see these drops. Look how they disappear. They literally disappear from view because there's potions that are wasting space. Pretty sure I have this, but just in case. Alright, let's make some revives. I love cow revives. They're pretty potent. You can also zoom in on Resurrected and kind of see if there's any loot you missed, but it's really hard. Hold on a second here. I'm getting brothers texting me. Oh, he's playing some Destiny. If I wasn't streaming, I would join him. Wait. Oh, that was just my crappy like campfire revives that just died, I think. Dominoes. You know what? I bet you... Let me look something up here. So, I was saying stuff can drop from anywhere, right? I bet you... What am I, 322? I think is my MF. Let's say it's a unique. And it is a Armor King Lyric. Okay. So, I bet you it can drop from cows. What are these guys called again? Like... Hellbow mines. Okay. Yeah. So technically, you can get a arm of King Lyric from cows, but it is a 1 in. Is that a million? 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. 1 in. I can't tell. It's so small. Okay, it is a million. 1 in 1,001,209 chance that it drops from cows. Like, holy crap. That is from each individual cow. Granted, I have probably killed, thousands of these guys, but have I killed a million? I don't know. People like to say they play games for like thousands of hours or millions, all this stuff. Like, you don't realize how large a number a million is. So I don't think I've killed a million cows. I've probably killed, let's say, 200 or 300 cows per run, something like that. I've probably killed a few thousand for sure, but yeah, not even close to 100,000, let alone a million. Whoa. So yeah, like I said, you can get this stuff from anywhere almost. It's just, will you get it? So that's the question. You can, but will you? Ooh, possessed. My summons do not like possessed enemies because they're basically like, they have like super high physical resistance, or they're immune or something like that. Too lazy to look it up. Swirling crystal. And I like to try to keep my summons up with like fresh summons, but it takes a lot of mana. And my mercenary must have a terrible insight. Yeah, level 12 meditation aura is kind of garbage. Should re-roll that. Takes me a while to get my mana back sometimes. Take a Grand Charm. At this point, I'm only really looking for some really great like skillers or small charms. Like, let's say, for instance, in this character, the only thing I'm looking for is an Army King Lyric. Okay, hold on a second. I'm getting too much stimulus. Army King Lyric. I already have a Mara, so Stones and Jordan, and I should have a Spirit on. That's a Bone Snap, I think. I should have a Spirit on, but I love the resistances of this homunculus, and I have a little Magic Find Ist in there, so honestly, I kind of love it. So kind of don't want to change that, but I could use a Spirit there, or that Hellspawn, Dark Force Spawn. I don't have that either. It's another item. Obviously a Death's Web, just because it's so ridiculously rare. Like, an item is rare when Mr. Llama like loses his shit when he finds one. Like, because usually when he finds something, he's like, nice, or whatever. But like, he found a Death's Web the other day on stream, and he was like, ah! he lost his mind. So that's how rare those are. And I'm not gonna find one of those in cows though. I think those are only in like level 85 areas. Cows is not level 85 area, level 85. It is, I think it's 80 or something like that. These cows sure feel like they're really high level because they hit like a truck, but you cannot find like the GGest of GG items here. I heard somebody say on Reddit that their wife, they were running cows and their wife found a Taurasha chess piece, and kudos to that person because it's really rare. But you cannot find like Arachnid Mesh or Materials Mine or stuff like that in here, I don't believe. I could be mistaken. It's really not. It kind of doesn't even matter because the cows. It's like they just won't. You don't get great drops in cows. You don't do cows for the drops. Like, I do cows. Actually, I don't even know why I do cows, to be honest. Like, you kind of do cows for the runes, but you got to do so many runs before you get like any decent runes. So I kind of just do cows, honestly, just between me and Noah, and I just do it because it's fun. Like, I don't get good drops from it or anything, like, ever. I have gotten good drops for sure, so I'm not gonna like lie and be like, oh, I've never gotten anything good. I've gotten like a bear, and I might have gotten a jaw, but I know I got a bear from cows, or a burr. But that was like 6 months ago, and then that was it. I just think it's a lot of fun to just pile them up like this and then wait till somebody dies. I don't know why it's taking so long. Like, you guys are all hitting individual cows, I guess, and then yeah, corpse explosion. Then revive. And rinse and repeat. Oh, am I down in a super mana potion? And I try to pop all these containers in here, but like, I did find, you know what? I found a Stone of Jordan here. So I found a bear or a burr. I don't know how people prefer to say it. I like to say bear because it's not like an animal, but burr sounds like it would be spelled B-U-R for some reason in my mind, or B-U-H-R or something, or that would be burr, but whatever. But anyway, I found a Stone of Jordan here too, the only Stone of Jordan. So yeah, that's why I run cows, because the off chance I might get a GG drop. But that's the whole reason you play anything, right? That's kind of the name of the game. Hey, what's going on in here? Hey, I'll take a pull rune. That's okay. That's the first rune I've gotten that I could actually use in like fucking weeks. Like, I don't really need lamps for anything at all, but I could use a pull at least. And granted, I have like 3 pull runes right now, so, and they're kind of not really that hard to find, the grand scheme of things, but I'll take it. I think this is a Bariza Do Cannon or whatever. And that's Grimm's Burning Dead, I believe. Yeah, I've gotten all these drops. I'm getting really good drops too today. It's just not it's just not what I need, you know? Let's put that down here. And I know putting a pull is redundant, because if you see the word P-U-L, you are automatically, as a Diablo player, knowing that's a rune, but just in case any new players were watching, it's a good rune. I wouldn't exactly classify it like high rune. I think high rune starts at like Vex. But are you serious? Oh, wow. I always make it like a point of pride to never run out of keys, but there we go. I guess I ran out. Oh, Mage died. Rest in peace, Mage. There, now you're back. Alright, so there's some keys again. Where was that locked chest? There it is. A key for a key. Alright, I'm too lazy to go around and double check stuff. That was a good run. What did I get? Garbage, garbage, and garbage. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of good on pull runes. And I'm going to go to my little favorite janky website here. Whoops. And let's check out what I can do with these pull runes. So, if I get a flawed diamond, I can make another and I already have 3 So, I can take 2 of those with a topaz and make a mal, and I already have 3 mals. So I can take another mal, 2 mals with an amethyst, I can make an ist, and then I would have 3 ists, because I need 6 ist eventually for that pit zerker if I feel like making one. So that's how you kind of cube up. I like to cube up to around, you know, I'll cube up to around a low. Actually, screw it. I'll cube up to a bear. Yes, I'll go all the way, or jaw. Cube up all the way. But I'm not going to do every single time if I have like 2 runes, like cube up. It's just, if I have like 3 or 4 runes, I'll like 3 I'll cube that up, or definitely need to cube these up. What do I do for pulls again? So I need a flawed diamond and then topaz. So I'll try to keep my eye out on flawed diamonds and topaz, but I never remember. That's why I have so many. It's hard to keep track. I don't know, my necro's kind of like, he's kind of vibing right now. Like, he's kind of getting it. Should I just do my necro again or what? Because my barb just can't really do shit. It's like he still needs a lot of gear. But I showed he can do players 1 okay. Don't really care about assassins. I'm not an assassin type player. I've leveled one online. Because actually I have my online characters right here. Yeah. I've leveled an assassin online, but it's like a trap assassin, nothing special. Yeah, my online necro has an arm of King Lyric that he found. The only thing I didn't find on my online basically was my torches and this homunculus. Everything else self-found. I found all my high runes, everything. I didn't even trade for my runes. I just did lower Kurust and cows and stuff. Although it sucks doing it online. Mostly cows. I did a lot of cows online. And I got like a Blizzard Sorceress, but yeah, my offline characters are way better. Let's run my necro again. He's kind of popping off right now. Yeah, if somebody wanted, I'll run Ubers again because I have some more organs. But other than that, I don't really care. I'm just doing farming, general farming. If anybody wants me to do something like, if somebody wants me to like level my Amazon or wants me to run my sorceress or wants me to run my necro, like I'll do it. I don't care. Just chilling, just farming. Yeah, I really want that arm. Oh yeah, those Marowaks so bad. I'm so tired of staring at these ugly rares. And then some more SOJs, and I was really happy I got this. This took me a long time to find. I really need to make that insight, but I still haven't found a base. I haven't found any bases lately. I mean, this is gonna sound really stupid, but I think my MF is just a little too high. Not for MFing. You can never have enough MF as long as your kill speed's alright, but it's a little too high for bases. Like, it's not even that high. Like, it's only 332 on my necro, but my sorceress is only 477, I think. But I'm just not finding any bases. It's not even my magic find. It's just the luck of the draw. It's just not happening. Like I found earlier in the stream, I found that what was it? Giant Thresher, and it was ethereal, but when I rolled sockets on it, I only got 2 sockets, so can't do shit with that. And I didn't want to use a socket quest on it. I'm gonna have, 6 more socket quests from the last 2 characters, but then I could always make more, but I really would rather not. So I'm just kind of saving them. Any more bodies? And I can't stress this enough you don't have to have Enigma to play the game. Like, I'm like not even tired. I'm really disappointed in the player base that they're that exclusionary, and they just kind of gatekeep, and they're very elitist about it. I was like, it's really, you don't tell new players they can't play that Enigma, man. Like, come on. And they don't say that exactly, like, all the time. I'm generalizing. It's just there's a general attitude where it's like, gotta have Enigma. I'm like, you don't have to have Enigma. It's just really helpful, and it really, especially with the summoner. And they did tweak the AI a little bit. Like, they tweaked the summoner AI on D2R, or the summons AI, but it's just helps to organize your summons with a teleport. You could use a teleport staff. It's just expensive, and you can just run around on foot. You don't have to have Enigma. Like, the world will continue to turn. Son of a bitch, I did it again. Keep forgetting I'm not on my sorceress, and I would switch to Call to Arms. I don't have Call to Arms as character, so, and I am not going to have Call to Arms because I don't want my summons to die. Another skeleton. Oh, we got gloams. I'm out. I was gonna farm in there, but I don't do gloams. They're illegal. Let's check out some Rivers of Flame here. Trying to mix it up a little bit. These guys are my favorite summons in the game, obviously, but they're a little rare. Little rare. I say obviously because they're like one of the few monsters in the game that has like native crushing blow on him, like as a revive. So if you get a whole bunch of these guys together, it's like fucking, it's clobbering time. They just literally like just clobber, fucking just big bonk everything, absolutely clobber him. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and decrep this guy. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna do amplify damage. Change my mind. Okay, why are you guys all fighting different targets? Like, come on. They're all fighting different enemies. Alright, now that we got him by himself, now I'll decrepify him. There we go. There we go. And garbage. Okay. I just, every once in a while, I'll check that guy because I thought I heard somewhere that he can drop some stuff, but he's not dropped anything for me yet. So I just like to run by and murder him every once in a while. Like a fantasy, you know, fantasy RPG sanctuary drive-by. I'll just run by him, murder him, check out drops right out. Quick little peep. Oh, I'm so getting some corpses out of this. Oh wait, I just exploded like every single one of them while I was talking, so never mind. There we go. Or, you know, you guys could, my summons could actually kill some people. That'd be great. There you go. I don't really mind getting cursed in chaos, simply because it's just a bunch of these guys, and that's literally what they do is they curse you. So one of their things they do. So, you know, without being an elite pack. So since I expect it, it's not as annoying. So I don't really, I'm not gonna go on some epic rant about being cursed on that part. That's what they do, Oblivionites. They literally just curse like the normal attack basically. So like you don't go into chaos expecting like, you know, somebody to hand you some like complimentary champagne and somebody to give you some like a hot towel wrap and like a fucking pillow so you can lay down or something. Like it's rough in here, right? This isn't first class flight. Like it's not luxurious in here. It's rough. All right, my health's a little low. Just pop that. I don't care. Yeah, let's cluster up, guys. Let's cluster up. Everybody to get together. I want all y'all together so I can explode you guys at the same time. Don't you dare die, mercenary. Don't you even think about it. If you die, I'll kill you. Alright, what do we got? Not only is it not ethereal, but it is one socket. So that's a fail. Alright, so I need some summons for sure. I need some mages too. Let's get some mages going here. It's like Bob Ross. Let's get some happy little mages here. Alright. Bro, like stop chasing me. Okay, what's you guys' problem? Speed it up. Speed it up. There we go. 8 mages. A tier. Oh my god, that's incredible! Said no one ever. I'm really, you can tell I'm really on like a rune drought. It has been so long since I got a good rune. Like that pull rune is such a sorry rune, like in the grand scheme of things. If I got a Vex, I guess that would be pretty exciting. Or although that's really not. It's the problem is once you get a certain amount of runes, like depending on what you have, it could be you could get excited about something dumb. So for instance, for me, I would be really excited with a Sur or a Cham or a Bear. Obviously, I don't think anyone's not excited about a Bear at any point. Or a Zod would be really exciting. And it's like some people would be like, a Zod's garbage. You only need like a couple things with a Zod. I'm like, I would be excited because I have a Rib Cracker, and although it's not ethereal, but it's just a Zod would be great. Or I can make Breath of Dying or something. It's like some people's trash is another person's treasure is my point. Like, for instance, if I got an ohm, I would not be excited. Most people would be like, an ohm, that's awesome. Like, I'd be like, no, I already have Call to Arms. I don't really care. What else would be really good? A low would be phenomenal, obviously. I would... If I got another low, I would be so torn between making another greed and making another fortitude. I'll tell you what, I would have a base off. That's what I'll call it. I'd have a base off. Whichever base drops first, that's what I would make. That's the easy way to decide it. Because I don't have a base for either right now. I had a bunch of extra phase blades, but... I mean, you can't keep that shit in your inventory. I ran out of room. That is not what I was trying to pick up. Ooh, ouch. Not gonna do it. Give me a revive, what the hell? There we go. Hold on a second. Standing up for a minute because I guess because I'm like I'm gonna say this speaking for myself, right? So don't come at me and say this is some kind of like rude statement or something, but I am very ethnic, I'll just say, and I have a fat ass. I got a big ass. I got a big old badonkadonk. So when I sit down for a while, it like hurts my ass. It's like it feels like the opposite of what it should. Like, I feel like if you have a big fat ass, when you sit down for a while, it should be like super cushiony and soft, right? Instead, when I sit down for a while, it feels like I've been sitting on like a cinder block on my bare ass. Like, it's just like my tailbone hurts. So it's like I'll get up. You'll see me get up and just kind of shift around. It's just because it just feels uncomfortable after a while. It's like fat ass life, I guess. Bro. Where are you going, bro? Like, rip mercenary. We ripped 50,000 gold, I should say. I mean, nobody's dying. What's up? I really don't like fighting this guy on my necro. I don't know why I keep doing it. Diablo, I mean. Oh, shut up. He's just chilling over here. He's like staring at this torch. You hear this? He's like, what's going on? Alright, so I don't know why I picked that up. You know what? Let me grab it and sell it because I'm about to spend 50 G's on this asshole. You know, I just lost all my revives, so this sucks.
What do you need?
Alright, oh, 25 G's, nice. Let's get some keys too while I'm at it. And let's do a repair. Cool. I often like that's one reason I like playing casters is you really don't need to repair that much, unless because you don't really get hit that much. Oh yeah, I still need Trang's belt. That's another item I need. Not that I'm gonna use this set really, but it would. You know, obviously I want to complete it. You know what? Screw it. Let's just see what happens with this few amount of summons. Shoot a bone spear at him, I guess. There's nothing else I can do. I usually keep a throw item right here, so that way if I accidentally click, my character just says dumb shit and doesn't do anything. It's whoops. It's just a way to basically make sure I'm not like jumping into action, like and then he also won't attack either. See how I don't move? So if I accidentally left click, my character won't run into the fray and get murdered in melee range because I'm a caster, so that's why I like to put a throw equip item right here. Learn that from Mr. Llama. Surprised that everybody's been hanging on. Drop something good. He never disappoints in not disappointing. That's all I can say about Diablo. All right. Oh yeah, my favorite spot to farm. Stony Tomb. Stony Tomb needs to be about 15 times larger, and I would be in just like farming heaven. I keep looking in here because I'm not used to having this much free space in my stash. It's great. I need to make some room in here. It's like half of this stuff is garbage. I hate to get rid of this because this is how I got my good items. I was wearing this originally. This is like my starter piece, but kind of don't need it, obviously. But I think one of my other characters, when I level, maybe I'll give it to one of those characters. I'm just too lazy to level right now. It's like I've spent, I've spent so much time leveling. I just want to enjoy the farming, you know. Because the last character I leveled was at Barbarian, so. Or Druid, I mean, I'm sorry. The Druid was the last one I leveled, and I haven't even played him, really. Probably should play my Druid, but I'm waiting to get some more items for him, too. Like, the only reason I'm not playing all my characters is because they just don't have as good an item as my main, like my necro and my sorcerer. Like, it's literally like... I love playing necro anyway, so I would play him regardless, but I really wouldn't play my sorcerers like at all, basically, if I had better items than other characters. But she's just really great farming. I don't really like playing as a sorceress, so because not that because there's anything wrong with it, just because you spend so much time farming initially as a sorceress. By the time you're geared, like I'm sick of her. It's like I play on her like most of the time. Like, let somebody else have some fun. Get all these garbage drops. What's going on here? Oh, wow. Immune to physical. Well, not anymore. Amplify damage, baby. Yeah, for the uninitiated, amplified damage literally breaks physical immunities up to a certain point. So, it's not just for extra physical damage. Pretty nice. But it also doesn't break like every physical immunity either. It just breaks some of them. Like they have to be like fairly low amount of resist for it to work. Or I should say reasonable amount. Not really sure. There's some nerd has done the math and I'm not that nerd. You know? Ooh, lordy. Ugh. Did not sleep well last night. Hey, frost burns. Let me text my brother while I'm just summons clean up the rest of this garbage. What's taking you guys so long, actually? What's up? Like, we should have already cleared this room like 3 times now. Like, what's going on here? Alright, jeez, guys. My brother's just texting me about Destiny. Alright, sorry. Usually don't do that on stream anymore, but seeing if he wanted to play something. But I think he's working tonight, so I don't think he'll be able to play later on anyway. Kraken shell. Let's get cracking. Oh. Yeah, I figured. What do we got here? I'm gonna get something good out of this room, damn it. Just one day. It's not today, but something good will drop. No. Just one day. I love this. I just love this layout of this Stony Tomb so much. Hopefully I will not reset my Necromancer maps on accident like I've done before on other characters. I even like this little stupid part with the little column blocking half the fucking line of sight here. It's like I love this. I love this Stony Tomb. I love this layout. What is going on with y'all? Like, get to killing. It's not on players 7. Like, chill. It's on players 5. Like, this is, y'all got this. Get to work. to work. Trellis armor. I can't say I recall what that is, but I'm sure I have it, to be honest, because I only got 99 items left. But I'll take it. I'd probably put it up on my drops list because I don't. This is a rare drop for me. Oh, what am I? Super mana? Super mana? No? I've said before in another stream, I really have OCD about my inventory and belt, so this bothers me, so I'm just gonna do that. And I don't like graders. I hate graders. Do not like grader potions. In fact, I don't know why graders drop in hell anyway. It's like really weird. There we go. See how much that bothered me? Like as soon as I got a Superman, I was like immediately go on my belt. It just bothers me. Stalagmite. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm like super poisoned. Okay, never mind. Alright. I finished and got the Wither Horde. Or I got and finished. Yeah, so I recently started playing Destiny 2 again because my brother basically for my birthday like set me up. So he got me some like really great gifts. So I started playing Destiny 2, kind of returned the favor, and because we don't really play anything else together, so might as well, if we're gonna play something, I mean, I guess I can play that. I mean, I don't personally like Destiny 2. I used to hate it, but I guess I still hate it. I guess I still hate it, to be honest. But it's not. It's like it's a very long conversation. Like it's a long explanation. I don't hate it like indiscriminately right off the bat because it's garbage. It's because I hate very specific design decisions that the developers make. So if you want, technically, you can say I don't even hate the game. I just hate whoever's in charge of some of the design decisions. So like I hate a manager at Bungie. Like the game itself is fine, if not overrated. Everybody says the best shooting in the market. I'm like, I disagree. I like shooting in fucking like almost any game better than Destiny, but it's good. Like I'm not saying it's bad. I just prefer like it's fine. It's not the greatest shooter of all time. It's just let me give you an example of some bad design decisions. For instance, right now I'm farming, right? And obviously I'm getting pooped on. Like my best, I've been farming for like 2 hours and I've only gotten like 3 drops that were not complete garbage. It's rough, right? But it's like there's such a vast pool of items to pull from that can roll in so many different ways. It's so interesting, and it's like, well, there's another flying axe there, but I've gotten that it's a completely different experience, and I'm in control of when I farm too, right? It's like if I want to run Ubers, I run Ubers. I farm the keys and then I run it. I don't try to farm a key and then it said I'm done farming keys for the week and I have to wait for the week to end, right? Or it's not like I try to farm keys and it's like, well, you need to be level 95 or higher. Or it's not like I put on a Heart of the Oak and then I can't put on Enigma because I already have a room word on. It's like there's not design decisions that limit what I choose to do and how I choose to play. And I can get way more specific into that, but that's the beginning of my grievances. A long time ago, I think I've like ranted about it, and I'm not about ranting right now. I'm recovering from COVID. I got COVID. I'm tired. I don't feel like ranting. The thing I am liking about Destiny is I'm enjoying playing with my brother most of all because I just love playing with my brother. And I really like some of the guns are a lot of fun to fire, like shoot, use. It's fun. It comes at a very steep price. Like earlier today, for instance. So there's this gun called Wither Horde, and it's a grenade launcher, and you fire it, and it shoots like it's a grenade, but when it lands, it makes like this basically like a damage over time cloud on the ground. It's not even a cloud; it's like a gas puddle. It's like a puddle of like noxious fumes. It looks like, or like it's called blight, but it looks like kind of like some kind of like toxic gas or acidic gas or some shit. It doesn't really matter. But the point is a grenade launcher. So what I was doing today was I needed the catalyst for it, which is basically like is like an upgrade for it. And the only way to get the catalyst was, ooh, nice, a lacquer plate. Fan ethereal. Huh. Vortex shield. Oh my god, bro. It's so good, but it only has 3 sockets. I would have taken with no resist just for that damage alone, but that is the first vortex shield. You know, I would almost put that on my drop list. I've not gotten a single vortex shield this entire time I've played Diablo 2 on single player. Resurrected single player. But yeah, I'm not kidding. I mean, maybe I've gotten one and didn't notice it, but I'm pretty sure I've not gotten a single vortex shield. They're just stupid. It's certainly the first one I've gotten on stream. Like, you can sit here, if you were some weirdo, you can watch every single one of my streams from the last like couple of months, and you will not see me getting a vortex shield, like any of them, like ever. It's too bad, no resists on it and only 3 sockets. So, well, I guess I'll have to wait another 6 months for another one to drop. Almost choked. So, anyway, the Wither Horde, blight rounds, shoots little blight grenades that poison the ground, basically. And then if you kill somebody with one of the blight rounds, when they die, they'll leave like a puddle of blight as well. So I was trying to get the upgrade for it, right? And the upgrade lets you, when you're not using it and you switch guns, it'll like reload eventually, and it has like better handling, which basically means you pull it out, stow it faster, whatever handling means. I forgot. I think that's it. So it's a nice upgrade, very nice. So to get that upgrade, I had to go into PvP mode, which I fucking despise, especially in Destiny, because people have been no-lifing it for so long that the worst players are gods and the best players are like the one above all. It's like they're just above god tier. So you can literally do entire trials matches and not even fire your gun. These players are so good. They will just smoke you like a fucking black and mild. So I had to go into Crucible. This wasn't trials, that was just regular Crucible. And I was doing control. And I had to kill, because I already had 60 kills from Iron Banner. Iron Pelt. Let me see if I had that real quick before I finish the story. Oh, that's a grail. That's a grail item. Hell yeah. 98 left. What is this piece of shit called? Iron Pelt? How have I not gotten this before? So all it has is a bunch of defense, but it's like really not that much. So this is kind of a trash item. If that damage reduced by 19 was, what's it called? Damage reduced by percentage instead of a flat number. The life was based on character level. And instead of defense, it was either magic find or, yeah, it would be okay, maybe. But it has no main stats, no resist. Terrible item. But it's grilled, so what is this, Iron Pelt? Beautiful. Also, it's raining over here, so I apologize if I get cut off, because I live in the rural ho-dunk part of the country. All right, so not bad. Anyway, so what I was saying was I had to get 40 kills in Crucible, which is PvP, with a grenade launcher. So it didn't have to be that grenade launcher, but I tried a bunch of others and I kind of like fairly like decent with it, so I had to use that. So I just sit there and fucking get 40 kills with that gun, or with a grenade launcher. And it was like, not only was it annoying because I had to play PvP to do it, which, you know, Destiny defenders will get super mad and say a bunch of bullshit retorts. But it's like, let me rebuttal any rebuttal. Let me rebuttal here. Why can't you choose what to play instead of the game choose for you? Like, what does it matter that I don't want to play Crucible when I should be able to pick in the first place? It's like you're missing the point. It's not that I'm complaining that I have to, that I'm playing PvP. I'm playing that I have to do what the game mode, the game tells me for no reason other than some fucking asshole in a fucking sweater vest said that that's what you need to do. Like, there's no like conscious like passion behind that decision. It was just, fuck them. Then we could do PvP, so it gives us higher numbers, and we can tell our shareholders or whatever garbage reason, right? So that just sucked. I had to sit there and do PvP for like a couple hours because I'm garbage at it, and get 40 kills with the grenade launcher. And then after I was done, to get the catalyst. And then when I was done, I had to, you know, the next part was easy. I just had to get a bunch of kills with it. So I just went to like this place called Grasp of Avarice Dungeon and just farmed like ads till I had 100%, which only took like 10 minutes. So my point is, it would be the equivalent of, in this game, if you wanted to make an insight, for instance, instead of putting some runes in your cube, you had to go play PvP with a cryptic axe, like in this case, and get, you know, 50 kills with it, or whatever a ridiculously high number would be for this game, to be able to upgrade to have 4 slots. You know what I mean? It's like, don't tell me how to play the game if I'm playing it. You should be kissing my fucking ass that I bought your stupid ass product in the first place, and I'm choosing to spend my limited time on this earth using your shitty product over other people's, right? So don't punish me and tell me how to play it. You could tell me, like, that's not to say you can't challenge me, or like say something is difficult, or you need to beat this challenge to do something. It's not what I'm saying. I have already earned the gun. I have already used the gun. Now I want to upgrade the gun with a catalyst. Why do I have to play a game mode that has nothing to do with anything? Like, at the very least, it should say, get, you know, first of all, 100 kills way too many. Get like 20 kills with the grenade launcher in PvP, or get like 250 kills in PvE. There should always be a choice. That is my, just forget everything else I said. If you want, always give a player a choice. Never, ever take a choice away from a player if you can help it, you know? And to counter that as well, if somebody had a complaint, oh, I forgot I already got the thing. It would be like, if you can't give players a choice on every single thing, or it would get out of hand. Like, to do Ubers, you get keys, or you do something else, you know. Actually, again, that was a bad example. That'd probably be pretty fun, but you got to give players choices. You can't tell them you can't dictate the terms at which they enjoy your game. Just let them enjoy it. Just be happy they're enjoying it. If a bunch of people don't want to play PvE, then you as a developer need to either make your PvE more rewarding or engaging or enticing or whatever, or you need to not fucking require people to play it. Just suck it up. Like, don't force people to play it. Like, that's just shows you how shitty it is that you're forcing people to play it in the first place. Kind of proves my point. If it was so great in the first place, then why are you forcing people into it that otherwise wouldn't want to do it? Because I'm far from the only person with this point of view. It would be, like I said, the equivalent to this game would be like if I wanted to upgrade an item to ethereal or something, I had to go fucking collect 200 player ears. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, and that's how the whole game is. It's like, and that's my main bone of contention with that game. That's really my biggest complaint. I'm not even complaining about the seasonal model or the content droughts, recycled assets. All game companies do that these days. It's technically not even acceptable, but we're used to it. It's just, it is what it is, basically. But it's like, definitely give a player choice. And I've ranted on this way longer than I wanted to. Sorry, I did not mean to. I've ranted on Destiny so many times before, did not mean to. I'm enjoying it, like, nevertheless. And I really love playing my brother. It's just design decisions like that are very frustrating and anti-players is all I'm saying. It would be so great if let's get off of this negative tangent, get into a more like constructive gear here. It would be so great if, for instance, when I was, for instance, there's a gun I want to get. I used to have it in Diablo 1, in Destiny 1 called Vex Mythoclast. And the only way to get it is to do this raid and then just hope you get it, right? Now, this is where the Destiny player base is really toxic and just really bad mindset. Very negative headspace these players have. And unfortunately, I'm one of them, but I like to think, and I may be wrong, I like to think that I'm not as ridiculous as these players are, but the only way to get it is just luck. Now, that's the whole point of the game I'm playing right now, right? The only way to get drops is luck. So that's fine. But if I want an item, I promise you I can get an item I want in this game faster than I can get that Vex Myth class Destiny. I guess that's my point. It is, I could do 100 raids and not get it. It is, the drop rate for it is really low and you have no assurance of getting it. Now that alone is a whole like thing in itself, but what really, you know, brings my piss to a boil, to quote the angry video game nerd, and I haven't run it on D2 by the way, so if you're about to say, haha, I got it and you didn't, well guess what, I've never ran the full raid, so suck an ass. But I ran it in D1 though, and I got it in D1 after I don't know, like 5 clears or something. Not a lot at all, but also not first or second or third try. But what was I saying? So I didn't actually run it in D2, so I'm not even complaining about it right now in regards to me getting it. It's not what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here malding like, I don't have it and I should have it. I haven't run it. So like, fuck off with that, first of all. But it's like if somebody was coming at me. But it's like if I did run it, let's say I ran it, and I ran it, you know, let's say I'm running it with a group, and you can run a raid with 6 people. 4 people have run it a billion times, and they either have it or they don't, whatever. Let's say one of them wanted it. 1 person has never, 2 people have never run it before, me and some other guy. The other guy gets it, that's never run it before, on his first try. The guy who's ran it 70 times, who literally farms it every single week, has not gotten it. How does that guy feel? And how would you feel in that situation? Are you going to say that sucks, get over it? Are you going to say too bad, so sad, it's RNG? Are you going to say who cares, like get a life, touch grass? Like all these little passive aggressive insults to that player who has put in so many hours, you know, because he really likes the game or really wants that gun. Like that sucks for him a lot. I'm not going to put myself through that. That's why I haven't run the raid, because I know the drops are ridiculous. So I just remove myself from the situation. But that's my point, is that's another reason why I don't like it, is it has drops that make this game look like a joke. Like I would have an easier time getting fucking Tyrael's Might than some of the drops in that game. Like it's a joke. So I also don't like that aspect. There's randomness, there's challenge, and there's grind, and then there's Destiny 2. Like it's on a whole nother level. And there's people that are like, lol, it's easy as hell to get this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, do you understand how long it takes to do a raid? If I wanted to get Tyrael's Might, I could literally just make my pit Zerker and then camp out in the fucking pits and grind it for hours a day until I got it. The RNG, the control would be firmly in my hands without relying on anybody else. Or, to destroy this entire argument in one sentence, I could go online and trade for it. But since I'm single player offline, I'm not gonna pull that card. But I'm firmly in control of. I'm not gonna say let's not say I'm firmly in control. I have more control over my odds here. Like I have some type of like steering wheel here to swing stuff in my favor. But with that, I have to. First of all, I have to know how to do the raid. Second of all, I have to perform well in the raid, which is difficult. I mean, enough to clear it or get carried, you know, which is also, you know, not many people are going to want to do that. Then I need to find 5 other people that are willing to do it with me. I need to have enough time in a free life to do it, and 5 other people to have enough free time in their life to do it. So raids could take anywhere from 45 minutes to 24 hours, like literally. Like you can either clear it in less than an hour, or you can be working on it for an entire day. And that's mostly pertaining to new raids, but it takes a very long time to do raids sometimes. Depends on how shitty you or your team are. So imagine you're sitting there for 4 hours running your raid that you've already ran 80 times in a row, and you're tired of it. You have every single drop. You're tired of the raid. You just want your Vex Mythic class. You run it. You're on run number 238. You finish it. Bam. The guy who's never done it before, who doesn't even know what a Vex Mythic class is, who's 30 light levels below you, who doesn't even like Destiny, gets it on his first drop. That is the most Destiny thing ever. And that is the number 2 reason why I do not really like Destiny. It's that simple. And then, the cream on the frosting on the cake, the cherry on top is, if you express your frustrations to their community, you are branded an asshole. You're a fucking whiny little bitch, soggy sack of shit, and you need to get over it. The game's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. Drops are too common, should be more rare. And if you have any opinion that is not the most hardcore, punishing, brutal, unfair, anti-consumer opinion, you're just a waste of life. So it's rough. It's a rough community, and it's a rough game to play. And that's not to say it's the whole game, because it's not. It's just, those are 2 very specific examples, the Wither Horde and the Vex. But it's how it is. And honestly, if you ask me, it's why Destiny has like around 50,000 players on Steam instead of 250,000. Or, it has 50,000 players instead of 500,000. It's never going to be as big as the developers think it deserves, or its most staunch defenders think it deserves to be, because it's quite simply it's cruel. It's a brutal game. It's not nice to you. It doesn't reward your time. It asks a lot of you, and it's very unfair, and it's very and I hate to compare it to this game, because this is like so weird comparing it, but it's like it's just not it. It's just not it. I do it purely for the love of my brother. All right, my necro's coming up dry. Let's switch it out again. I used to love Destiny 1. I used to play that all the time. That was a lot of fun. It was basically the same. They just didn't. It wasn't as doubled down on the fear of missing out, like FOMO type stuff, and it was. It embraced. Well, I wouldn't say embraced, but it was more about like, if there's a content drought, there's a content drought. Like, they didn't try to artificially inflate shit as much. They did artificially inflate stuff and drag stuff out, but not as much. It was basically like Destiny 2, but a little bit more player friendly. Not much, but a little bit. Oh, my brother didn't get his drop. Yeah, so right now he's doing there's another example for you what I'm just really not pleased about. Hello. He's doing a Grandmaster Nightfall, which is it's a pinnacle activity, as in it is one of the most difficult player versus enemy, or just, players versus computer activities in the game. Is it the most difficult activity in the game? No. It's very difficult, though, and it is literally the hardest PvE content you can do, up to it's one of the most difficult. I'll just say that. That's not to say it's impossible, or it's like you can't make it easier, or there's not cheeses and stuff, but it's very difficult. So he's just looking for this gun with certain rolls to drop, and it's not dropping for him. So he has to keep running this extremely difficult content over and over and over. Where this week, for instance, if you don't kill the boss within, I'd say about 20-30 seconds, because the nature of the level and the boss, then it's almost a guaranteed wipe, and then you have to do the entire Grandmaster Nightfall over again. Because I did it with him. It was rough. All that for a gun. Godzilla. Yeah, he got hoed. It's like I go on this rant about Destiny and everything. But I really do enjoy playing with my brother. But like I said, I don't really think it's the game that I enjoy per se. It's mostly just playing with him. But that's not to say I don't have fun playing it. So it's very complicated. I have my fun playing it, and I have got exciting drops and I've had exciting moments. So it's not like it's a complete piece of garbage. It's not what I'm saying at all. I just like I said initially with my preamble on all this was I strongly disagree with a lot of design decisions in my game. That's my beef with it.
Hello.
I don't strongly disagree with a lot of design decisions in this game, for instance. Like, when I was talking about Ubers, I think they should change that, but I don't, like, strongly think it's a garbage idea. You know what I mean? I'm like, I think it's a bad design decision, but I don't think it's, like, absolute fucking trash and they should be humiliated and flogged in public like I do with a lot of Destiny decisions. It's more like, you guys should have done better than that, you know, but it's not the end of the world. So I gotta gamble again. Gambling on my sorceress is a little bit different because she does not have room for to just hot swap because she has call to arms. So I gotta stash this and do that, and then I'm good to go. Where do I gamble in Act 5? I haven't gambled here in a while.
Yes.
Oh, it's Anya. So anyway, he's running that Nightfall and just not getting the drop he wants with the rolls he wants. It's the equivalent of getting like an Ashuda's Temper with +1 instead of +2 or 3. That's basically what's happening to him. He's running it and he's trying to get this gun called a Plug 1 with Reservoir Burst, and it's like not dropping for him. I don't know why I'm telling you like all this, just ranting. I don't like when you're watching a stream and the guy's just sitting there like not saying anything. Like, it just sucks. Like, even if he's just spouting hot garbage, like, just say something. Which is what I'm doing right now. Just talk. Say something. Like, people aren't watching you and listening to you for you not to say anything. They're watching and listening to your streams to hear you say something. That's why even if I have like garbage takes that nobody agrees with, I'm still gonna say them just so I'm saying something, and because I have the fucking backbone to like put my shit out there and like basically I'm stand by my convictions, you know, like I think Destiny has really bad design decisions. Come at me. And I believe that to be so because of X, Y, and Z, and that's what I'm outlining. Do I even want to go back here? Was that Frigid Highlands? I don't care. I don't even care. You guys are garbage. I don't want to do that either. You know what? I really just don't feel like farming all my sorcerers right now, but I guess I should. I know I just said I hate when people are silent, and then I'm dead silent right now because I'm texting. Hypocrite, hello. Alright. I keep going off on rants about Destiny. I was trying to be more positive about it. So let me think what I was gonna say. So I really wanted this gun called the Vision of Confluence, and it's basically like it's like a scout rifle, which basically means it's pretty accurate at range. What the hell is going on here? It's pretty accurate at range, and it fires slowly. It's like a long distance rifle, like a designated marksman rifle or something. So the only way to get it is in that same raid that I was talking about, where you get the Vex Mythoclast. And I didn't want to run the raid with my brother because we both know, since he does not want a Vex Mythoclast and he has also not run it, that means if we ran it, I'm sorry, since he did not want a Vex and I did, if we ran it and we both haven't run it before, he would get it over me, and then I would want to die inside. Especially considering he just really doesn't want it, like I said. So, like, we would both lose. Like, he would be bummed because he knew I wanted it and he doesn't want it, and then I would be bummed because I fucking wanted it. So, Division of Confluence, I learned, drops like fairly commonly, I guess I should say, like especially compared to the Vex, it drops like it literally is like you will get it. Like the drop rate for it is, let's say, like numbers wise, let's say the Vex is like 0.5% chance to drop at the end of the entire raid, whereas Division of Confluence is like 25% chance off of like 2 different encounters in the raid. So you'll get it. So we found out that you can just run the first 3 encounters and get some raid drops. So that's what we did. We ran the first 3, and then I got a vision like right on the first chest that dropped guns, which was the 3rd chest. But I was so excited, and then I used it, and I love it. So it's like there's really fun stuff to be had, you know. I have fun with it sometimes. Or an example of something that wasn't fun at all, but then it ended up being fun was like, I really wanted this gun my brother was using, and it was like a Trials gun, basically. And Trials is like the sweatiest PvP like imaginable, basically, in the game. And I didn't want to run Trials for the gun, but I really wanted that gun, so I ran Trials, and then I had the worst time ever. I had to spend a couple hours doing it, and then I got the gun, and now I permanently have a really cool gun. Well, until they sunset it, because they literally just remove stuff from the game. Imagine that. Imagine if they removed, like, Enigma from this game, how mad people would be. Or they just removed Oculus, or they removed fucking Death's Web. Like, people would be fuming. But that's what they routinely do on Destiny. So, well, not routinely, but they do it on Destiny. So I have a gun that I can use until they sunset it. If they do. I don't, you know, who knows. So that's cool that I got the gun. See, I went negative again, even though I was trying to be positive. I apologize. Like I said, there's fun to be had. And then we're just having fun doing, like, really difficult stuff in it. Because we used to not do it, but now we're being like a little sweaty and doing some of the sweatier activities, you know. It's a shame, though. One of the biggest things about Destiny, which is not, I'm not even going to complain about the game, but per se, but this is kind of this is the game's fault. The biggest tragedy with Destiny, I guess I should say, is that it could be an incredible game, incredibly like awesome game. But the design decisions are so negative towards the player that not only does it create such a miserable experience to play for the most part, it creates a really miserable, unhappy, frustrated player base that's constantly at each other's throats and dissatisfied and critical, overly critical of everything. They send death threats to the developers all the time. You can't say voice your opinion whatsoever, which is why I'm safely doing it on my stream, because nobody plays Destiny to be fucking watching this. And they're very just a horrible community. Not to say there aren't nice people, because there's always nice people. But for a large part, I should say, uncomfortably say, for a large portion of the community, if you said what I'm saying today, that I would be like, they would be so pissed. They would not agree with a single point I'm saying. They would counter every single point I was saying with their, very special takes, and they would say, you just want the game to be casual. You want everything handed to you, and you don't want to work for your drops. And if you played like you suggest, we get everything in a week. There'd be nothing to do. Just the usual like garbage take that has never applied to any game ever and makes no sense. I mean, look at Diablo 3. Everybody says the same thing for Diablo 3. They're like, well, the reason why nobody plays Diablo 3, first of all, a lot of people play Diablo 3. The only reason nobody plays Diablo 3 is because you get all your drops and there's nothing to do. I said, there's nothing to do because there's nothing to do. It's not because we don't have any drop or we got all our drops. There's literally, all you can do is run rifts. That's it. You can do bounties, you can do grifts, or you do campaign, but it's all the same thing. It's the same thing as this game. It's just a different, wrapping around it. All you do is the same shit. There's no horde mode, per se. There's no, I mean, you can argue like a rift is kind of a grift, but there's no different game modes. There's barely PvP. I mean, there's nothing to do because there's nothing to do in the game. Like, that argument is so garbage. So that's one of the things they would say. And the reason why these Destiny players are so upset and just so miserable just as people is because they're playing a miserable game that doesn't respect their time. It's kind of like if you talk to somebody in a miserable relationship, they're probably not going to have like the sunniest disposition. Like somebody who's like routinely with someone who manipulates them and mistreats them and just makes them feel bad about themselves and doesn't respect them or their time. They're not. You can be like, "Hey, how's it going?" They're gonna be like, you know, they're gonna have that. They're not gonna be in a good place mentally. Like they can lie about it and say they're doing great, but like you talk them to get them in front of a therapist, they're gonna spill the beans, and that's how that game is. It fosters a community of discontent. You know, son of a bitch, didn't mean to grab that. And it's not to say this game has the greatest community. There's just plenty of peanuts in this fucking community, but honestly, I can go online. This is the thing. This is the temperature check for any community. This is how you check if a community is hot or not. And by hot, I mean good. I can go online and I can say, can anybody help me or can anybody give me this item? You'll probably get fairly similar results depending on a lot of games, but where it really differs is how they would follow through. So if I said I really need a torch, and let's say people told me to fuck off or some people offered to help, in Diablo 2, somebody will literally type game name password. You'll go, okay, well, here's my game name password. They'll walk into your game and drop you a fucking torch on the ground. I'm not saying everybody will do that or it's super common, but it's definitely possible and it could happen. Now, in the Destiny community, if you ask for, let's say you just straight up ask for a handout or something, Myrmidon Greaves, it's not going to be nice for you. It's not going to be nice. If you suggest they change things, they're not going to be very happy about it. And I'm trying to be very, like, I'm not going to sit here and sound vulgar as I describe their interactions, but it's not going to be nice. And it's not going to be the same. That's not to say if you suggest stuff in this game, it's going to go over well either, because it won't, because this game also has some sour pusses. But it's going to go over so much better. There is a community of people in this game that are, including some of the most like knowledgeable or, you know, well-known people like Mr. Llama that are open to change. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get that kind of shit in Destiny. You suggest the change for stuff, and you're vilified. You're a villain. You're an asshole. And it's like I said, it's because it's the game design fosters a atmosphere of resentment because it's very aggressively anti-player and anti-consumer. Now, I said that before, but I didn't give an example. An example of which would be kind of what I was saying before, but I can do better than that. What's Witherhoard, where they force you to play, you know, PvP when you don't want to. And then and this is always the rebuttal. And you can tell I'm done with this community because I already have their rebuttals in my head. They'll say you don't have to play PvP, okay? You don't have to play PvP. You don't have to do this and you don't have to do that. That's like, you don't have to do anything, my dudes. Like, I tell this to my wife sometimes when she gets anxiety, and it's not. This isn't like the most comforting thing ever. So she can bust my chats for saying this. This isn't the best thing to say to somebody, but sometimes you get like annoyed and you say something stupid. So this is me saying something stupid, but you don't have to do anything. You don't have. The only thing you have to do is eat, breathe, in, you know, sleep, or, you know, you have to exist on a health level. Like, that's all you have to do. You don't have to pay taxes. You don't have to follow laws. You don't have to go to work. You don't have to buy things. You don't have to listen to police. You don't have to do anything. There will be consequences for it, but you don't have to. So when I hear people say you don't have to do annoying shit, it's like, well, gee, you know, how did I never think of that? Of course you don't have to. Like, it's just such a stupid fucking thing to say. Of course I don't have to play PvP, but I love this gun and I want to upgrade it. So yes, I feel like I'm being forced. Oh, son of a bitch! I feel like I'm being forced to use it because or forced to play PvP because I want to upgrade it. This is the only way to upgrade it, is to jump in that trash heap of toxicity and elitism. So it's like, it's when you get a 1,000 players together, or a million players, or 50,000, whatever, and then spread that across a bunch of different game modes with a bunch of different guns, and people get pissed off. And that's just one example. Here's another one. There was recently an event called the Summer Solstice, and I actually opted out of participating in it, and that's when I got COVID originally, initially I should say. So I was like, I ain't about to do some FOMO bullshit, right? Because it's so FOMO because it has exclusive rewards that you can only get during this event, and that's it. And there's always summer solstices, but they never have the same cosmetics really. Sometimes they might have some old cosmetics, but it's I don't know. It's who knows. It's just literally premium FOMO. So to do the event again, it was the same shit. It was you need to do a bunch of PvP, and this time it was a lot. It was because you can. It depends on your skill level how long it takes you to get 100 grenade kills. For me, at the lower end of the skill level spectrum for PvP, it took took me 2 hours to get 40 kills. So I think that's a Kelpie snare. So I already have that. So basically my point was to finish the summer finish the summer solstice. It's is this really player 7? The way I just completely disrespected that elite. To do the summer solstice, you had to do a 25 Crucible or Gambit matches. So Crucible is straight PvP. Gambit is screw it. Crucible is straight PvP. Gambit is PvE and PvP. You can fight players and enemies, AI. So once again, they forced your hand, and if you want to participate in the event, which of course you don't have to, but of course you're going to want to, and you're encouraged by the community and the developer to participate in this event. So, and it's the only way to get this stuff, and you have to do PvP again. And you might be thinking, no one in particular listened to me on my psychotic rant. Well, that's just, you keep mentioning PvP, but and you keep what else do they make you do? Is it just PvP? Get over it. I'm supposed to get a new story mission tomorrow for this week. Well, here's another example. There's these things, and now this one I actually kind of this one is a little more complex because this game is guilty of it. So this is where it gets fun. So there's these things called champions. And for just basically, if you want to directly compare it, a great comparison would be immunities in this game. The champions, they're not technically immune to damage at all. In fact, you will do damage. But they either heal really fast, or you do so little damage, they might as well just be immune to it, like in this game. Certain types of damage. So the only thing you can do to really kill champions realistically is to burn your super or all of your heavy ammo really fast, and all of it, and hope they die. And I mean, this depends on the level of content too. If you're playing, why am I not finding the exit? If you're playing did I have a brain fart and it went the wrong way? Yes, I did. Okay. So if you're playing a easy Nightfall and you see a champion, you can probably burn through them pretty easy, right? But if you're doing a Grandmaster, the only way to really kill a champion is you're going to have to put on their bullshit things called champion mods. Now, champion mods are fine in a vacuum. However, they literally force you, and now, again, here's that word again, they force you to use a certain weapon type. And the rebuttal to this, which blows my mind that people actually would say this out loud, is you don't want to use the same weapons all the time, do you? I've been using this Oculus for about 600 hours, so yes, I do want to use the same weapon all the fucking time. And if I do or I don't, it's none of your fucking goddamn business. So that rebuttal is just polio in London sewage water, just absolute garbage. It is ridiculously garbage take. So you have to use a certain weapon, which in this is where it's controversial, or this is where it gets complicated. It's not really that big a deal because it's kind of fun to not have to use or to be forced into a different mindset. As in, you're challenged and now you have to come up with something else. That can be fun. So that's where it gets kind of complicated because you are being forced like the other shit I mentioned, but at the same time, it's kind of like, well, this is kind of different, you know, it's kind of spicing it up. Like instead of using my auto rifle, I have to use a scout or a pulse. So it's that one's different. Like that's me trying to flip the coin a little bit. It's the other side of the coin. And then, like I said, this game you have immunities, which are also remove choice from the player because you literally can't damage them. Like that's why I'm running around with this fucking ridiculous rune word because if I didn't have an infinity, I couldn't use this build because lightning just would be garbage without lightning immunity broken. So what was that? Was that Diablo? Bail time. Taco Bell. So as you can see from this long rant that I'm still on for some reason because I have no filter and nobody's talking in the chat and I don't think anybody's watching anyway and I'm just talking to myself. I'm using this as like a fucking vlog at this point. It's just like a video journal. So it's like you got these champions and then you got items or activities that force you to do stuff and there's more examples. For instance, technically for Crucible, I mean, this depends on your skill level and what other people are using and stuff. You kind of have to use certain weapons and stuff. Like, I mean, you don't have to, mind you. This is not a force. The game's forcing you, but if you want to succeed, you're probably not going to use that garbage legendary rifle you got from a campaign with garbage rolls on it or something, you know? You're probably going to want to use the fucking, like, this is outdated, but at a time, you're probably going to want to use, like, a Luna's Howl or Recluse or whatever. So, so I killed Indariel, and then I went and killed Mephisto. Okay. So it kind of pigeonholes you into builds and stuff, and that's the part where I say the player base is hypocritical because they claim the game is so easy and shallow, but then whenever you put remotely any semblance of challenge in front of them, they get dominated, and then they complain that then they start saying what I'm saying, and then they sound like fucking hypocrite babies, and it's the heart of the matter is that the game is designed in such a way to maximize gamer retention, not in a good way, to maximize profits on microtransactions via the store, the Bright Dust and Silver Store, and to maximize, you know, purchase of DLCs and seasonal passes via exclusive rewards, fear of missing out, and yeah. So all of this put together, coupled with the extremely restrictive and forceful design decisions in regards to moment-to-moment gameplay, is why how you get this community that's so hostile and toxic all the time. And I think I needed that topaz. Let me double check. Yeah, it's really not complicated in regards to that. It's just you design a game that's not nice to the player, then the players are not going to be nice. You know. And it's just kind of interesting to me because this game is pretty similar in that respect. This game is not rewarding. It's like you can run stuff all the time and get garbage. But it kind of is, though, because look at this stuff. This is what I learned from Mr. Llama. Look at this Jared Stone. I'm going to grab this. So that would be garbage, right? Because I didn't get any uniques or sets or high ruins or anything. Okay, this is a very bad example because this is garbage. But let's say let's pick up some garbage loot. Let's look at some garbage loot. You never know what you can get. Maybe I'll get a kite shield with some resistances on it, or, you know, this long sword will finish that set, or this long staff will have a bunch of 2 skill or something to a skill I'm using that I needed at the time. Not saying right now, I'm far past that point, but when you're leveling, you know, you can use it. So it's like each item in this game, the difference between that and this game is that there's such a huge variance on rolls and quality of the item that even if you're not getting those GG items, you can still feel rewarded by other stuff, you know? So it's not quite the same thing, and that's why I think this game is a better community. not quite the same thing. Like the drops are similar in that you will not. It doesn't feel rewarding like moment to moment gameplay wise, and certainly not like Diablo 3 where it's like a lot of drops and stuff like that. But if you know what to look for and you look out for drops, this game can be rewarding, and it is rewarding. I mean, how else would I get to this point? You know, I didn't. If I played the equivalent in Destiny, I would not have the equivalent in gear in terms of power. So, you know what I mean? It's like I can play for 600 hours in this game, and then I can play for 600 hours in Destiny. And my character that I played for 600 hours in this game would be, he would be more rewarded, I would say. I'm not going to say he'd be better off or it'd be easier or whatever, because that comes down to player skill and stuff. But that's my opinion on that. Notice how I said opinion, I did not say fact, because I have no way to prove that. It's just, that's my opinion. No way to prove that. And, you know, I'm enjoying playing it with him, though, regardless of all that, because we also like to, we've played since D1, you know, we played since the Destiny 1 beta. We've played since the beta, we know what to expect, and we know how to get what we want. So we can kind of like navigate the fear of missing out bullshit, or the forcing you to do bullshit, or just the toxicity. We can circumnavigate it. We can go around it and just kind of try to make our own fun. And we can still do in-game stuff. So like, for instance, we don't really raid that much, but if we want some raid guns, we will. I think that is an Armor King lyric.
Stay a while and listen.
Yes, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I just exploded with excitement. Oh yeah. Did you see how I wasn't sure that was an Arm of King lyric? I really wasn't. I was like, I think that's Arm of King lyric. But either way, I like fucking like zoomed to town to double check, because I was like, I wanted one, man. All right. Oh, I guess it's not a unique other. Wands. Boom. Oops. All right, so now missing for wands is a Torch of Iroh, which I believe you can farm for normal to get it easier. And then a Death's Web, which I believe you can go fuck yourself because it's really hard to get. So I'm not expecting that one anytime soon. But, oh yeah. So let's take a look. Let's take a look right here. Thankfully, I'm blocking anything. It doesn't matter. There's Spirit over here, so it's fine. So, you know what? I'm not even on the right character. It's hilarious. Let's put this in the stash. Let's go back to this. Let's put a post-it on it, and we'll come back. Oh, I'm so glad I got this. Look at how beautiful that is. What is with the FCR? That is the lowest cast rate I've ever seen. Hold on here. Hold on. I might have got a bad roll. Oh, okay, they're all 10 FCR, I think. Right? Let's check Diablo.io. I believe these are all 10 FCR. Terrible faster cast rate frames though. That's gonna cast slow. Yeah, it is 10 FCR. Okay. I think that's one of those items that always rolls one way, so it's fine. Any information about Über? What do you want to know, my friend? What do you want to know? Do you mean do you need to know something about Ubers, or like, yeah, just ask away. I literally have the stuff to run Ubers again, which I can do. I'm just kind of holding on. Ooh, Sacred Armor. I'm just holding on to it for now because I've already got all my torches, so I don't need to run it. But if you want, I can run it on stream again and show all that fun stuff. Because my Paladin's looking pretty lean and mean. For Ubers anyway. It's like just for Ubers. He's not great otherwise. Not great otherwise. And you know what? Thanks for messaging me that, because I've just been talking about Destiny for like the last 20 minutes, and it's been ridiculous. Does it start soon? What do you mean, does Uber start soon? Uber starts whenever you want. Like you can do Ubers. Do you want me to do Ubers? It's like I can do Ubers right now, if that's what you're saying. But Ubers. Oh, you mean Diablo clone online? Is that what you're talking about? Sacred Armor blue. It's a shame. There was an Uber an hour ago. Oh, so you're talking about Diablo clone, and that's online. I can look it up. Let me see. Let's see. I'm gonna show this real quick. There we go. I just Googled it. I have no idea. So it looks like there's nothing really popping anywhere. We just got the 1 out of 6 progress on Ladder in America 56 minutes ago. So that's the closest one I see on here. Yeah, I'm sorry. It might be a language thing because it looks like you have a Korean name right there that looks like Korean text. If it's not, I apologize. I can kind of differentiate between Korean, Japanese, and Chinese characters, but that looks like Korean from that last character there. But I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I am. What is going on behind me? Oh, it's an ad. Okay, it's like, what is that? So yeah, that's what's going on with the D-clones. Ubers, yeah, no problem. Ubers is I thought you were talking about Ubers. That's different, but I think you know that. It's just maybe the wording is a little different. So I already have a Spedum or Speedum, I think. That's a Lancia guy. I've already fallen for that today. Didn't know you called it Clone Diablo. Yeah, like. In America, we call it Diablo clone or declone is what people commonly call it. But I mean, I actually used to call it Uber clone, but so I called it Ubers too. That's why I kind of knew what you're talking about. It makes sense though. I get it. Yeah, they call it declone or whatever. All right, so let's take a look at this arm of King Laeric here. And I wouldn't say there's a streamer I like called Trioke. They're Australian and they stream like late in the hours of the morning. They stream about 8 p.m. local time in Australia, wherever they are in Australia, and it's about 5 a.m. here in U.S. Central. And I catch them sometimes. I get insomnia, and they'll have a declone. They track the declone on stream, and they have like a Discord where they do it. I should probably do that too. That would be really cool if I did that. If I just put like a little overlay. We use different language in different site. Yeah, that's what I figured. You're good. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you are totally cool. I figured that it was just a language thing. Yeah, I really should put like a declone like overlay or something like. Let me look for this real quick. This is going to be funny. I'm going to search, but I don't think there's going to be anything. Diablo 2 Resurrected. Diablo clone tracker stream overlay. It's like I highly doubt there's one. I don't think there's anything here. What? Get out of here. What is this? How old is this? Yeah, this is before the game was even out, right? Or is this... Because I would love one of these as well, but... We use different language in different site. More specific, this one, no scam. Recommend this site. Oh, you're gonna send me a link? All right, what is this here? Oh, okay, so this is not for Diablo 2 Resurrected. That's a damn shame. I would love to use that. Let's check this out real quick. Yeah, so I can't really... I don't even know if you can get one. I would just have to put like a link in my I would have to make that myself basically, and I don't know enough about programming to do that, but have like a declone overlay would be so cool. I will, you know what I will do? Let me get online and check too real quick. Yeah, let's check this out. Before I know, and I was gonna check out my Armor King Lyric, but let me check this out online real fast. Let's just go in a game real quick and then type Über Diablo. So it's just that stage 1 in Americas, because I'm in Americas right now. So Terror Gaze upon Sanctuary. I would have to do some serious stuff to get to have that update in real time that I don't know how to do, but yeah, it's Korean made clone tracker. I mean, if you want, you can send the link. Like, I don't. You're fine with me. Oh, and of course I have literally everything except the helmet online, and then everything except the belt offline. That's funny. Yeah, I haven't been online in a long time, so I'm just looking at my stuff. Runes do I have? So I got a low, a lem, a sir, 2 alms, 3 pulls, 4 is, a mal. I do not have any jaws or bears anymore. It's because I made this infinity with it. Oh, and I have Marowaks, but look, they're +1, so they're garbage. Like, these are garbage Marowaks. And I have like a pretty good Torcho. So let's move it. It's the way I like it. There we go. What inventory? Oh, thanks. I was like, this is just my online characters. I was just checking Über Diablo. I don't. Yeah, I do too. I do too. This is just because I'm online, I don't have it. So it's still just on Americas. It's still on just step 1. Yeah, offline. There we go. So yeah, this is what I prefer offline as well. Yeah. So okay, now I got my Armor King Lyric. Now I wanted to do this. Okay. So I'm gonna lose a 1 to all skills, and definitely gonna lose 30 to cast rate, and I'm gonna lose all res 31. Right. So that's what right off the bat, you're losing some serious numbers. What you're gonna get is you're gonna still have +2 to all skills, but then you're gonna get, technically, because it's like your summoning skills, what you're gonna get is you're gonna get another 2 to raise skeleton and number 3 to raise skeleton, or 2 to raise skeleton, 3 to raise skeleton, 2 to raise skeleton mage, 3 to raise skeleton. So if you add that up, it's technically gonna be more for your skellies, and then you're gonna get like a nasty amount of mana. So like, although you get 15, so technically, let's just cut all the bullshit and let's look at the numbers. So I have 38 race skeleton, 38 skeleton mastery, and then 19 skeleton mage. Now I have 40 race skeleton, 40 skeleton mastery, and then 20 skeleton mage. So it's you're losing a lot, but you're getting those, like, just enough of those little numbers. So, oh, this is my summoner necro. My summon bro. This is a summon bro. So that's why I really like Armor King Lyric. Plus, now that I have the Armor King Lyric, I can go ahead and I was gonna make a beast, and I would summon him in my with my arm on the offhand, and then I'd switch to the beast with the main hand. So, I don't know if I'm gonna do that right now though, but yeah, because I have Yeah, I definitely got the runes. Like I'm rich offline. Like I'm good to go offline. Well, not rich, but I got runes offline. Online, but good to go. So yeah, this is the reason I like this is because at the end of the day, I just get those two. These are the two juicy necro like things right here. Raise skeleton, skeleton mastery, just beautiful. Safe way to play, but takes too much time to gain XP. Yeah, that's correct. It is. The reason I like it though is because it's simply just fun to play. Like I just like corpse exploding, and I like summoning stuff. I always like summoning stuff. No, this is just I don't have any mods on or anything. So I don't know. I really like having my resistances capped and everything. So I'm gonna mess around with that later. But I'm just so psyched I got it. So that was like one of the last wands I need. I was like collecting all the wands basically. So now I just need Death's Web and a Torch of Iroh. So, and then of course I need that train belt still. So that's awesome. But you know, since I sat here and bitched about it for so long, let's give it a little test drive. Whoops. Let's give it a test drive. Oh yeah, I think I'm on player 7. And I like to be on 5 with my necro, yeah, because the summons are just a little too, they're not that strong. But when I get the beast, it'll really, it should up that kill speed a little bit. I also lost some cast rate, but that's fine. I lost a little faster cast rate. Oh wait, can't I summon another one of these guys? Yeah, so I can summon 15 skeletons. I don't know why I stopped. Wait, what's going on? Why are you guys... What's the hold up? There we go. Alright, so I got my army. Let's go,
Good afternoon.
let's go kill... What's his face? So that was Pindle. This is, oh, son of a bitch. I keep doing that because I forgot I'm not on my sorcerers. Here is 8 a.m. Yeah, it's 6 p.m. over here. So, gotta go to work. Hey, thanks for stopping by and chatting, my man, and or my woman. Have a great day at work, and thanks for stopping in. And nice to talk to you, too. Alright, so let's get these guys going now. Yeah, so right off the bat, I got that extra raised skeleton, and that to me, the extra skeleton is not to be trifled with. These little skeletons are really the heart blood of your build, so the more you have, the better. Like that's where your primary damage comes from, and then your corpse explosion. Corpse explosion is like supplements it. I mean, your corpse explosion is a bulk of your damage, but you can't corpse explode until somebody's dead. So you're gonna want to have some good summons to get those explosions started. Definitely, yeah. So I'm so happy I got that armor King Lyric. All right, cool. Yeah, so I can feel it. I can feel the power. So I'm pretty happy right now. All right. Well, since my little Korean friend just bounced and my wife is on lunch and I'm in streamer for 3 hours, I'm gonna call it a day on the stream. And I got an Army King Lyric, which is amazing. I'll try to stream tomorrow again. I like to stream during the week around afternoon. If anybody was watching, thanks for watching. Thanks for my subscriptions again today, which is great. And everybody have a great day. Peace out.